Потом ты нас перекидываешь в приватный, да? Сейчас я когда да. Бля, ты запустил лайв. Какого лешего? Мгм. Ну, мы не заметим. Я понял. Блин, нужно было его предупредить. Он ладно. Будет, больше человек.
Теперь ты ему заплатишь за присутствие. Тут выбор очевиден.
Окей. А,
А, со мной поздоровался, с остальными нет. Хорош. Надеюсь, слышит. Не видео, а липово очень убедительно, да.
Алипов, президента.
Липов базу выдал по поводу грибов. Даже не добавить. Что за кринж? Я трезвый вроде как. Разу в жизни не употреблял алкоголь. Зашел на стрим, зеточку в чат. Наблюдаем, кстати. Там грибам посвящено 0, я про все видео. Касательно исследований,
Окей.
практик.
Гость подходит. Поймал. Чат подождет. И
Не, я против. Ежевиков и прочих там. А, оу.
Hello,
Hello!
everyone.
Welcome.
Hi. How are you guys?
Good.
Are you all Russians?
Yeah. No, I'm
Okay.
Ukrainian. You you got to remember that.
Okay.
I'm French, to be exact. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Arthur is French, but I don't know about the others. So,
Okay,
how
guys,
did you guys
let's
meet?
focus a little bit. Okay. You gotta transition.
Okay, that's a really hard name for me to pronounce. Make it easier for me, please.
You
Make it
can
easier.
call him Ponytail.
Ponytail. Okay,
That
cool.
will be
Cool.
fine. Yeah. 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 You just see his avatar, right? So it makes think about some sort of animals. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think
You'll be right.
Ponytail is a good name, so I will use that name.
Okay, guys, Enzo, let me introduce you some people who are present today. So
Okay.
there are Bigus Digus, who is AK Ponytail,
BloodTrail. Okay.
yeah, as I introduced him. Then Lolopin. Lolopin is a very special guest, not as special as you, really, but he usually he doesn't come, but today we've done an exception for him. So
Wow.
he's here in order to support us like a cheerleader, you know. Yeah, cheers.
Okay.
That's right.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice.
So
So yeah.
yeah, if you
Go
wanna
ahead.
ask something, just yeah. So
Nice. Perfect. Now we have our own private channel. Nobody can bother us.
yeah, he controls us all one by one. But now at least nobody sees us anymore.
Nice.
Yeah, we're invincible and invisible at the same time,
Inarrêtable.
except for admins,
Except
for
for
me
live
and for
stream on
Ponytail.
Twitch.
Is it okay, Big? Is it okay, Ponytail? Okay.
Thanks
All is
for
set.
email.
Mhm. All right. So Enzo, let me just, for starter, just beg your pardon for my English and for all mistakes I am going to make throughout our interview. I shall not beg the pardon for my partner because it's none of my business. All right. So I'm begging pardon only for myself.
Okay. I'm okay with
Yeah.
your English. I know you're making efforts. So, I mean,
Mhm.
just speak as you normally speak and you'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah, and just I'm letting you know, Enzo, whenever you are just feeling uncomfortable or cringed by anything that happened, we will just transit on French and we just let them be, okay?
Okay. Perfect.
Safe
Nice.
space.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I
So,
just yeah notified you.
so yeah, I just
Okay.
wanted to have some details on the podcast thing. So I guess you've done that before.
Yeah.
But how does it go? Like, is there how much time does it usually last? And do you prepare some topics beforehand, or is it just like a normal chat between people? Like, how does it go?
Oh, okay. Let me ask you the first question. I will answer as well to your question, but my question will just answer to your question that you just
Yeah.
asked me. So I'll start by asking you a sneaky question. So sorry, but I will ask it. Could you specify for us the difference between an interview and podcast, please?
Ah, so to me, like an interview is more like a one-on-one conversation. Like
Yeah.
you have two people, the interviewer and the person who's being interviewed, and you have questions. And the
Mhm.
difference with the podcast is that in a podcast you generally have, I mean, two people or more, and it's a kind of conversation,
Right.
and you can specify themes beforehand,
Mhm.
and yeah, just let all the people talk. So I guess it's more about the number of people and the fact that a podcast is more like a normal conversation and not like a question answer type of thing.
Okay.
Do,
Well, you
do,
got
do,
something to say?
Yeah, I agree. Interview is just something when the main goal is to express one person, like expose one person to the public, like ask some questions. And podcast is like conversation.
but then I guess you can make interviews. Yeah, yeah, sure. Why? You don't even know me.
Introduce yourself, by the way.
You want me to introduce myself?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So
I can introduce you if you want as well, and then you introduce yourself.
okay, if you want to.
I'd like to introduce you because probably nobody knows you, but I shall say that um, this guy who's today who is today with us is a really sweet guy, a huge sweetheart that I know from the school time, and I should also express my gratitude to you because without you, this excellent, amazing, and magnificent podcast wouldn't be possible at all. So thank you.
Thank you, Hanfa.
So you can go on. Your turn.
You want me? So, you didn't even introduce me properly. So I guess I have to do it
Well,
myself.
yeah, you're
Of
right.
course.
Yeah, so my name is Enzo. So yeah, I've met Arthur when we were in high school in France. And so right now I'm a PhD student in natural language processing at the University of Strasbourg. And apart from that, I've also worked as a translator, a video game translator. And yeah, I mean, I'm doing a few activities on the side, mostly related to translation, research, and a bit of programming as well, which is related to my research. And yeah, I'm a very curious person. I like reading a lot about many subjects and topics. And I like meeting new people as well, because I feel like when I meet new people, I'm able to have new visions of certain topics or new visions about the world. And so it's always a pleasure having different sides on things. And yeah, that's pretty much all. Right now I'm starting working on my PhD thesis, and we'll see how it goes from then.
All right. Maybe some people don't understand what PhD means. So could you just be more kind of explicit about that, please?
So basically, so I'm talking for Europe, but I guess it's the same system everywhere, mostly, where you have your bachelor's at university, and then when you finish your bachelor's, you go to a master's degree. And the next step after the master's degree, if you want to continue being at university and doing research, is pursuing a PhD. And so during that PhD, generally it lasts 3 years, but it can last more. And during that time, you're working on a project full time and doing research activity that is participating to conferences with other researchers, or you're publishing articles in journals. And you may also be invited to teach some university classes, which is what I'm doing. And yeah, basically it's a full-time job, and you get
Слава
funding
Україні!
for doing this activity if you are lucky enough. And yeah, so it's quite a long time. I mean, 3 years is not. It's a lot, so you still have to dedicate a lot of time to it. But I think it's very rewarding because it lets you have time to explore
Слава
that topic in depth
Україні!
and really delve into the details of that topic.
Are you enjoying right now with your path?
So I've just started, so I guess it's a bit early to say if I'm liking it, but I was really passionate about the topic I'm studying, which is natural language processing. I was really passionate about it during my master's degree. So I'm really happy that I'm able to continue working on it as part of the PhD. So like I said earlier, I've also started teaching, and this is something I really, really like because I've always had this. I've always wanted to teach, but I've never had the opportunity before, and so it's the first time for me. And I really like the fact that I can transmit knowledge to the students, and be able to see their progress and everything. I found
Yeah,
that
right.
very
You
rewarding.
you're a teacher right now, as you told me,
Yeah,
right?
I'm teaching university classes, a few university classes, and yeah, I really like it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what's next, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But so far, I've been really happy about it.
Let me, if anyone wanna ask, just go on. No? Okay.
I want to ask about your translation activity, about your translations for games.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
did you start your project?
So Enzo, basically, I told them that you were just some really skillful guy at the matter of not game design, but at the matter of translation games, right?
Yeah.
So I just told them, and now they ask you the question. So could you answer
So the question
and
was how I
satisfy
started my
them?
activity. So the question was how I started, right?
Yeah.
So basically, I started when I was in high school, and there was this basically a platform online on where you could sign up to do translations. And at the time, it was a volunteering activity. So I was in high school, and I had a lot of free time, and I didn't really know what to do with this free time. So I was like, and I was interested in languages and stuff, and I wanted to improve my English. And so there was this translation platform website on which I signed up, and I started doing translations from English into French for video games from Valve Corporation, which is a company that develops Steam and a few games like Counter-Strike, Dota, etc. And so at the time, I was not getting paid. It was just for fun. And then 1 year later, basically they told me that they liked my work and they needed a few more um, contract translators. That is, they wanted us. They wanted us to
Freelancers.
have,
Mhm.
yeah, freelancers. Basically,
Something.
they wanted us to have access to more confidential content, but this meant that we had to sign a contract and everything. So basically, I was able to sign a contract like that and start being paid
With Valve
with
at that
Valve.
time. With
With
Valve.
that,
Okay.
yeah.
Hello, confidential. Yeah. A lot by far.
I mean that's I guess that's how it works in translation. I mean, in video game translation, we have access to a lot of material before it's released, so we always need to sign some what we call NDAs, so non-disclosure agreements, in order for us not to disclose anything before the content comes out. And so yeah, I've just signed
Yeah.
that contract, and
Mhm.
I've done it for 7 years now. It's been 7 years since I've started working with Valve.
Oh, 7 years.
Yeah, I
That's
started in 2017. So yeah, 7 years now. Um,
yeah.
a- and on the side, I've also worked with a few other companies for some small games. But it
By
was a
instance.
great experience.
Mhm. You may
okay,
you may drop some of them, like may drop some because low ping probably will recognize some
okay, I
since
think
he's a huge fan.
the most
Yeah,
famous of them is an indie developer. It's called Banane. I'm gonna put the name in the chat. And
all right.
basically, he made these games, which I have translated. Maybe in the description, because the description gained a lot of traction a few years ago.
Yeah, it's really popular.
Yeah, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It was a really nice project to work on because I mean I really like the game and the atmosphere is really particular. So yeah, it was a great experience. But I mean, to be honest, I had a lot of luck. If I hadn't started this volunteer translation thing, I couldn't have had all this opportunity. So it
Well,
really
you
means
know,
a lot.
as they see as they say, uh, the most lucky are the people that are just seeking for that luck. So you
I
did.
don't know. I don't know.
It was your case, and you got it by you nailed it, right?
I mean, I
You,
guess
you got
that
it.
of course there's some. I mean, I guess if Valve asked me to have a contract and everything, that's because they liked my translation skills. But I mean, obviously, if I hadn't signed up on the platform before, they wouldn't have contacted me directly because they wouldn't have known me. Um, so yeah, I guess there's both of them. There's luckiness and there's maybe a bit of skill as well.
Yeah, but you didn't kind of, your story just makes me think about the your way, and we could not even avoid the theme if you feel free to talk about your um, uh, let me put this way, the disability you got with and the huge time of with struggling against your syndrome that you told me like a few days ago, few weeks ago. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And
So
but I think it mostly concerns the scoliosis, right? So this would be really encouraging for other people. You're just hearing you out about your the way that you like uh, kept going forward, no matter what, because even before our meeting when we first met, do you remember? I didn't know a lot, like much about you, but there are a lot of things that I still don't know about you because you were having a very uh, harsh time at that time, and we never even spoke about that. So if you feel like okay about to talk about the fact that you accomplished the contract with that company at the time when you were uh, the least, like the most unable to do anything else. Is it the case or not? Like to pursue the normal life. Let's put it that.
Yeah, so to summarize a bit, basically I was born a preemie, so that is, I was born much earlier compared to other babies. I was born at 28 weeks. And so this led to a few health issues later in my life. So yeah, so you mentioned scoliosis, which is about the back. And yeah, a few other issues like related to the jaw. I need to have surgery for that soon.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, all these things that were quite difficult to deal with. And I think one of the ways I've tried to deal with it is like, yeah, trying to have some activities so that I can focus my energy on something else, and just
Mhm.
be able to use that energy to accomplish things and not doom myself, like saying, "Oh no, I've got this issue and this other issue. What am I going to do with my life? My life is over. It's useless, and I'm not going to do anything." No,
Mhm.
I guess if you think like that, you're doomed, and
Mhm.
it's not a good way of thinking. So yeah, I really wanted to focus my energy on things that I can accomplish and see where I can go. And I guess finally, the even though I've had to deal with these issues, I guess they have strengthened me because um, I was able to push my limits in a way and
Yeah, pushing to
tell
the limit.
myself that
Is that the song?
even
Mhm.
even if, even if
Pushing
even
to
if
the
I have
limit.
even if I have these issues,
Mhm.
well, I know that I have to deal with it, etc. But I the most important is what I can do now to
Yeah.
try to live my best life and
Mhm.
I guess it works in both ways. So like, what can I do to resolve these issues,
Mhm.
and then what can I do more that is in my personal life in order to have the best experience that I can, even though I have to deal with these issues. And honestly, I think all the work that I've done so far made me more resilient
Mhm.
to a lot of things, and it made me less. I really care less about these issues right now because
Okay.
I'm working on ways to resolve them, and I'm thinking about something else when I'm doing all these activities on the side.
That's tough. That's tough. Because as I think about it, at 2017 we were not we didn't meet we have not met yet at the time, right? I was
Uh,
18, you were 18, right? As well,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
and you probably were by politician coordinates. You were right. You were right. You were voting for right people. Do you remember? You once you've told me that. Do you remember that once you told me that, Arthur? I had some like a very shallow time when I was really depressed and really was stressed about everything. And at that time, I thought that like voting for right would be the right thing, without trying to
Mm.
be like
Yeah, I mean, there was a
tricky
period of
on
my
this
life
sentence. Yeah.
uh, when I was, so it's between 15 and 17. I think those were
Mhm.
the two most particular years of my life because
Mhm.
basically I didn't do a lot of things. I was staying at home most of the time and just
Mhm.
browsing the internet and things like that. And I really wasn't
Mhm.
productive or doing anything special. And
You
yeah,
were
I think
not.
that
Yeah. That was not your your occupation, the first occupation, like prior occupation at that time. The
politics, you
translation.
mean?
Yeah.
Translation.
Yeah, the
Translation. No,
translation.
I hadn't started yet.
So you know that
Uh,
maybe this activity uh, was able to like rescue you. Well, let's say that,
I very
or
much
just
think so. Yeah.
Mhm. Like whenever you are you release that you are into something, you're just doing things and you're trying your best to accomplish this the right way. You understand. You at that time you are realize that you kind of how to say, um, you feel like more you're free, like you feel really more free, more emancipated at that time, at this at the very moment when you're doing this, like you're thinking about uh, some activity that takes away all your all your worries from the other things, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Because at that time, I really didn't know what to do. And I think translation came as a revelation to me. And I was like, oh, I think that would be a very cool thing to do. And so that's in part why I've started this activity. But yeah, at the time, I was I think, in a difficult period when it comes to mental health. And yeah, so basically, I was not doing much of my days. And so
Was
that's
it
when
at the same time that we had philosophical subjects together, or not? At the same time, with Monsieur Duval. No,
um,
it was not really
it was
that time.
2 years prior. So yeah, 2 years
Ah, all right.
before that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I think this is really kind of spiral. It goes spiral. It leaves, then it comes back, and then it leaves the depression cycles throughout the life. So yeah, I guess that for young men, as we still, like we were before, like younger than today, we were going through this all the time, right? It
Yeah,
wouldn't
we
be
call it dead insides.
Yeah.
kind of.
And I think when you're in such a situation, it may be difficult, to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But I would say to anyone who may um, be in this situation or may think that they are in such a situation, to never lose hope, because you never know how life is going to change for you. You're never gonna know how life is going to be in 5 years or even 1 year, in a few months. Everything can change so rapidly. Um, you just need I don't know, one opportunity or one friend or one goal, and just this kind of thing can change a lot of things. When I was so at that time where I was depressed and with mental health problems, etc., I was really wondering what I was going to do with my life and everything. Um,
Mhm.
and I could never have guessed that I would be where I am today, uh, where my life is really, really better compared to before. Never could I tell myself that I would be where I am today. So just a message to the people who were in such a situation: never lose hope, because you never know what happens next.
Exactly.
Very inspirational.
And yeah, I think it can be really difficult to realize on the moment, but once you see, I guess it's mostly um, you have to take it step by step. So generally, your life is not going to change in one morning, but it's going to be a lot of little things that add up, and then finally you will see the real changes. Um, and yeah, and obviously, I guess you need some self-consciousness about it, about your situation, maybe because at that time there were times where I realized that the situation I was in was really not good and that I needed to make changes. Um, and so that's when I started reading also about productivity and trying to have a better schedule, um, trying to do different things in a day, trying to have to do some tasks, to have some activity, some physical activity. Um, and so I guess you need to do this kind of thing step by step. Try to see what you can change in your life to have a better life experience. and try to introduce new things that may help you little by little. And then all these small changes will lead to a big change over time. But obviously, you need to have some kind of continuation and try to be persistent in what you're doing. And even if it takes time, eventually it will work out. If you put all your efforts into something, eventually it will work out. You just
That's what
need.
you've done in your specific situation.
No.
Don't do it. Take some mushrooms. It will help.
So you need to find why you want to kill yourself. You need to find why you want to kill yourself. Are you not happy with your life?
You need to move to Russia.
So speaking of which, you're going to
Just uninstall it. Are you living in Russia right now? Ah, yes. Oh, yeah, right. You said it at the beginning. Yeah, right. It's Oh. Sorry, can you repeat the question? Yes, I know about Reddit, but I don't understand the beginning of the question. Mondre? What?
Like mod.
Ah, moderate. No. I'm active on Reddit. I mean, I check out subreddits often, but I'm not a moderator on Reddit.
So it's disinformation in the chat that you are moderator.
But okay, so I'm a moderator, but on what subreddits? I mean,
Oh, okay.
as,
What's this?
no. I mean, I was just saying a question to that person. I mean, if that person thinks that I'm a moderator on Reddit, I just would like to know on what subreddits, because as far as I know, I'm not moderating any subreddit. I mean, nobody told me, so maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm a secret moderator on some subreddit, but as far as I know, I'm not. But I think Reddit is a really great platform to, I mean, just to learn about topics and have a look at what's been done in certain fields. I'm using Reddit a lot for research purposes and for things like machine learning or programming, this kind of stuff, because you have a lot of relevant content
Так, один момент. Меня
on
все это время не было слышно или...
specific subreddits. I don't know if you guys are using Reddit, but
Yeah, I'm using it. It's very
I
useful
do.
platform.
In order to move
Великолепно.
from my place to Russia, I will use it.
Класс.
And you will
ah,
as well.
you
Yeah.
remember the thread I
Yes.
sent you?
So yeah, speaking of which, are you going to
Ну, клево,
move
клево.
to
Я там с ним
Russia
еще разговаривал все это время.
by
Я думал, к
using the
чему ты это
guides from
пишешь? Я все
Reddit?
это время говорил.
Me?
Это
You-
просто бред.
Why?
No,
Блин, какие вы
I
дауны, чат
wouldn't
даунов.
move to
Никто не
Russia,
мог
but I would
адекватно
love to
сказать,
visit
что
it.
меня не
You're
слышно.
willing to visit
О
it
май гадабл.
with
As a
me, right?
tourist.
Просто самые безмозглые
Yeah, as a
зрители на
tourist
свете,
as well.
достойные меня.
Yes, right.
Спасибо.
Sure.
Это
I
моя
would love
аудитория.
to, because I think it's a country with really great history. I mean, for the
Нет, не
historical
важно.
part, I think it would be really interesting to visit it. And also in terms of architecture, I think it has
Я
a
думал, ты
really
прикалываешься надо мной,
specific
понимаешь,
style
что
of
типа
architecture.
ты не спрашиваешь у него ничего, ты
And
с
the
ним не
people
говоришь,
there,
скажи
this
хоть
is
что-то.
basically
Я все это время
robbed
разговаривал с ним,
by
я
the
думал,
European
тебя просто
style,
газлайтит.
you know, like from Finland and other cities.
No,
countries.
it's
Ну
how
и
more.
хотя бы слышно.
I mean, I don't know, to me it seems quite particular. Like, you don't see this kind of
Их должно быть.
architecture everywhere.
Ладно.
Well, you're
But
good.
Забейте, ребят,
Man,
забейте.
you will just
Всего лишь
focus your
потеряли
sight on
чуть-чуть
the
контент.
Saint Petersburg, and you will see that this is all copied from
Пишите
the
херню, я буду у
French
него спрашивать. Это
architecture as
все,
well.
что я делал
So
все это
they
время, на
got
самом
nothing,
деле. Я
yourself.
говорил чушь.
nothing authentic, you know.
really? Okay.
Well,
I thought it
sort
was,
of.
but you
Wow.
cannot deny you cannot deny the historical part of the country.
I can't.
And
I can't agree.
also the people there seem really nice, so I think it would be cool to meet some Russian people in real life.
Cool. Until they
Окей.
until they spit on your face or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, we
Well.
got the awesome question from chat. Enzo, do you
Okay.
do you
Okay.
have a blowjob to yourself sometimes?
Yeah,
What?
from time to time I do. Yeah.
You do?
What?
Really?
Once a week. Yeah. I think
No,
it's a
no.
ritual.
This was not the correct one. Let me translate it for you.
I think
Okay,
it's
okay.
important. It's important
Never
to do
mind.
it from time to time.
Okay, important to do. Okay.
Yeah.
From time. Yeah, just to
Yeah.
bring your stress down.
Как
Like a
будет
space
Вантус?
Exactly.
bar of
Вентус?
stress. Okay, okay. Okay, I can relate.
Так не чаще, чем 5 минут, это
Okay,
реально чушь будет.
let's just change this.
Yeah, I have some question about depression.
Yeah.
Can I ask
Uh-huh.
it?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, go.
So, did you take some antidepressants or mushrooms?
Pills!
No, I've never taken any antidepressants, and I've never seen a
Crap.
psychologist either. Never seen a
Гойда?
psychologist or never seen a psychiatrist. But I'm quite interested in the use of mushrooms. I've never used
Whoa.
mushrooms.
Hmm.
I've never used them, but I'm quite fascinated
Clap,
about
clap,
the
clap.
topic.
Mhm.
I would like to learn more about them. Because I know they can have quite powerful effects, even on things
Really
like
powerful.
the neurons or
Make you think
things.
you are Superman or something and just throw yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind.
But yeah, I think there's some magic about mushrooms, because they can really change how you feel and how you think, etc.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
In
I would like
better
to
way.
try it.
Eh?
What did you say?
In better way?
Yeah.
Change your
I
mind.
mean, I
Mhm.
guess you can have both effects, but I guess you can have a good positive effects by the use of mushrooms. Yeah.
На удивление.
There was some Wikipedia-like webpage
Mhm.
with things about mushrooms, and I'm trying to find it right now.
Oh, go on, go on. If you want, I can just add something about mushrooms. But today
Yeah.
I received some mushrooms from Gymnasia. You probably know it's not an ad in any way. Just saying that yes, I tried buying some mushrooms from England. I bought some mushrooms. It did not affect me actually in any way. It was placebo, let's say. Okay, not bad, not good, neutral, you know.
So,
How
yeah,
did you get it from one time? Like, you did use it already?
So I used the lion's mane in English. It would be the correct name. So the title of those mushrooms is lion's mane. So these mushrooms got just a neurotrophical effect on your brains. That is to say, you can just learn much more and be like more captivated by the information. Like it improves your, it adjusts. Yeah, it adjusts your concentration in
Guys,
really
I know something
considerable way.
better than mushrooms. It's vodka with salt pickles. It's better.
It's so
Yeah,
much
it's
better.
better
Oh,
for
with
first
salt
10
It
pickles.
minutes and
fuck
then
you up.
it becomes debuff in your
It's cure for every disease.
No debuffs,
Yeah.
no debuff, only buffs, only upgrades.
Yeah, it gives you really big determination. You're like much more composed in any activity you're doing. Yeah, and then you
The-
just turn off the micro and just go into sleep for a long time until the next day.
So that's why Russians like vodka so much.
Yeah, by the way, about vodka and other stuff, you're still searching for the article, right? Or
I've posted it on Discord.
okay, let's just throw another topic into. So about vodka and culture, we get some questions from the Russian people that do not understand at all how come that French people are having so much ease to consume a huge amount of alcohol per day. And what is the distinction between them and Russians? We already probably discussed this topic, but I'd like to ask your humble opinion about that, please, Enzo.
So like Russian people think that French people drink a lot of alcohol. Is that
Жопа.
it?
Yeah, the thing is, this is just miraculous that French people are consuming so much alcohol and do not get drunk. Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
I would say that maybe there is some sort of key, like a life hack, about the way
Oh,
French
there is
are used
not.
to consume and
But
the time they consume.
it's stereotype. Said it's not true. So
Yeah,
What is not?
I think it's stereotype. I guess. I mean, I know that French people usually consume alcohol either during meals or when going out in a bar or something. But I think maybe French people are a bit more resilient to alcohol because they're used to drinking it. But I mean, I guess it's like in every country. I don't think there
We're
is
not
something
even
very
getting
specific about France or about French people. It's
уважение чата.
it just depends on people. There are some people who are
Respect.
going to drink a lot of alcohol, some who are not going to drink a lot, and the same way there are some people who are
Вот
going to be
сделано.
very resilient to alcohol, and others who are not going to be very resilient. So it's just a matter of people to me. I don't think it's really related to the country or the origin. And I guess it's the same thing for
Yeah,
it's the same thing for Russians, right? Like
yeah, probably. But I've never consumed a lot of alcohol, so I can't even like be an expert on this topic. But you are French, right? So at least you don't consume
Я
alcohol,
спросил
maybe, but
почти корректно,
you
кстати.
you have already seen your parents or your siblings maybe who have consumed alcohol. Like, how do you call it in France? Like before.
О, он сломался.
oh,
What?
okay. So, basically, before every meal, we have an aperitif,
У
which
меня
is
инет, что там?
before you start eating.
Вы меня не теряете, ребята? У меня 5000
You're gonna
КБС.
have a drink or two drinks with
Нет,
some
нормально.
uh,
Потеря пакетов,
I don't
потеря
know,
пакетов.
some biscuits like crackers or
With some Reddit commentators.
Um,
Okay, let's.
what do you? I didn't get the joke. If there was a joke,
Let's
I didn't
imagine
get it.
yes, there is someone near the closest person near you. You will just uh, just invite him to take some toast, like to drink
Ah,
together. Or you're doing it even with parents, right? Like aperitif isn't even about drinking with your friends or something. It's like you have anyone could do it anytime
yeah,
before
yeah.
for the food. Yeah,
I mean,
like for lunch or
generally,
supper. Yeah,
yeah. Generally, it's before a meal. So
yeah.
when
It's not for
everybody,
breakfast,
no,
I
no, no,
guess.
no.
Где мои
I
Surely
mean,
not.
стрим?
maybe in some families, but not a lot.
Certainly for British people, they could
Clarify.
do it because I was really flabbergasted really surprised when I first
We need
went to
clarity.
Newcastle. Have you been with me in the same class when I went to
No,
Newcastle? No,
I
no,
wasn't
no, no.
there.
Yeah, but it was an exchange. Do you remember the
Yeah,
school's
yeah.
exchange program? Yeah, and I went to Newcastle and I saw a lot of very odd, weird stuff there. And one of them was that they drink a lot and they drink all time. And even at winter, they just half dressed, like or like topless, you know. And then, but they're red-headed
Jan
or red.
topless.
Yeah, they got all the face colored with red because they are really drunk.
Yeah, I think maybe it's a way for them to have some hit because alcohol, I mean, it makes you a bit more warm. So maybe in the winter, like they like drinking alcohol because it makes them warmer. But yeah, I guess every country has more or less an alcohol culture.
микрофон,
I would assemble three countries like Britain, France, and Germany. Like the other, I don't know.
And
I don't
Russia,
really know. Russia, right? But you
And
know,
don't forget about it. It's
yeah,
Donbass.
Russia is on the other way of globe, but still they are really very solid about their approach of drinking. You're right.
And I think it's more like how socially acceptable drinking is because maybe in some
Yeah,
countries, people who are drinkers will be seen badly.
yeah,
But it's true that in Great Britain, France, or Germany, it's more of a social conventional thing. So people are not really surprised when they see someone drinking. But in another
yeah.
country, it may be less considered. It may be considered in a more negative view.
Yeah, I think there is also some stuff that we don't understand because maybe the historical context plays a lot. Because in Russia there were a lot of policies that came and established the anti-alcoholical,
But
politics.
it didn't
So
work. It
that
didn't
didn't
work a
work.
single time.
Yeah, but
Really?
it gave a lot of motivation to people to try to start sneak around and find other ways in order to achieve their goal of new bottle. But I don't know from when it started exactly, but it probably like really played its role.
Yeah, and I think there's always the culture thing that's like, uh, so maybe you know about it, like in Japan, uh,
What?
the
Mhm.
so it's not about alcohol, but like in Japan they're used to fishing dolphins and this kind of thing,
Dolphins.
and
What about
yeah,
them?
so they're fishing them and they're killing them for the meat and everything.
Who kills them?
But
We got huge fans of dolphins in the chat, by the way.
really,
We
So
got a huge fans of
let's.
hookers.
Oh, oh, what? Okay.
I mean, so
Never mind.
if you look on the internet, you will see all these pictures like of
Dolphins.
the sea.
Dolphins and whales, maybe. Well,
So you have pictures of the sea, like which is
turtles.
there's blood everywhere.
Mhm.
There's blood everywhere and
Oh, that's
bones
horrible.
of dolphins.
Awful.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
seashore.
So
So yeah, well, my point is,
who are responsible for that? Yeah, I'll let you. Point.
I would, so I think from our culture standpoint, we find this horrible and everything. But my point is that for Japanese people, it's seen as normal and not a problem.
Yeah,
So,
because they consume a lot of
So I guess it's also a culture thing. Like,
Кажется, он об этом и
it's
рассказывает на протяжении
horrible to see
минуты.
these
О том,
animals
как
being
fuck
killed,
dolphins.
etc.
Yeah,
But it's normal to drink a lot.
true.
So yeah, you always have this difference in culture. And I'm not saying the one is good and the other is bad. I don't think it's a matter of.
But the drinking is generally bad. No?
I don't think you can see it that way. I guess. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's really hard
Maybe
to have it.
excessive drink is bad, like any other thing. So.
No, it's like every dose, even minimal dose of alcohol is bad for health. Wouldn't you agree?
Same goes for tobacco, right?
Yeah.
So you actually you're comparing tobacco to alcohol, or it's not really close.
Comparing what with alcohol?
Lopin, like the dude below you, is comparing alcohol to tobacco, or like I'm asking if it is really comparable at in terms of nuisance that it produces on the health of guys, of the people. So, I think it's pretty same thing, but I would say that like tobacco is really worse because it gives you addiction. Otherwise, like unlike alcohol.
Yes,
So, but I wouldn't consume any, like neither of them.
Yeah,
But what is
I agree. I think tobacco is worse, and the other reason why it's worse is because tobacco can affect even people who do not smoke. So, when you have all the puff and the smoke and everything, that it goes in the lungs of the people who are smoking, but it also goes in the lungs of people around them who are not smoking and just inhaling all the toxic stuff
Да, тебя
from
слышно.
tobacco or cigarettes.
В принципе, Скажи что-то, Мольберт. Гениально.
So I don't
know anything about that. I don't know. Tell us more.
Слышно,
basically,
слышно.
in the 1920s, the US
Да
tried
не
to
лагал,
ban
это я
alcohol. That
придумал.
was the prohibition period. But then what happened is that there was a lot of alcohol selling on the black market. So basically, people were just trying to sell alcohol through illegal ways.
Алкоголь Black Market, это от
alternate
которого бомжи,
ways.
что ли, слепнут?
More expensive, obviously. And so, I mean, it just moved the problem. It didn't solve it because people who really wanted alcohol were trying to buy it from the black market.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So this really reminds me the case with the drugs as well. The drug addicts not having an access to the market doesn't solve the problem. Like, and the prohibition policies that like abolish the traffic as they might think doesn't really works quite well.
So
Because,
you suggest legalizing drugs, yes?
And
I
the same.
think it would be better if it were legalized and controlled. Yeah.
Yeah, and also
But how?
the other problem is on the top of that
Как ты
they
будешь
don't really
контролировать?
contributing. The government doesn't really contribute to the creative way of integration of the people that are in need of help, like for drug addicts, for instance.
Mm.
They are just having a huge mm, huge fights. Like they're struggling to find any possible way to like get useful, to like be useful. Make themselves useful to the society, but they can't because there is no any opportunity for them. And yeah, this is tough.
Yeah, and the other problem when you start banning things like that is that obviously
Да
you're
не, звук там
always
отключал,
going
он
to
про это.
have people who
Ничего не лагает.
are still wanting these products, so they're going to go to other resellers, and so you have the whole problem then of, you know, gangs and groups of people trying to sell one thing in competition with another group, and you then have all this. I mean, it generates a lot of violence between the groups who are trying to sell, etc., etc. And so, I mean, that's one of the problems we have in France right now, where there are a lot of there are some parts in some cities which are very much poisoned by this activity of selling drugs and everything. Basically, you have whole suburbs which are populated by drug sellers, and from time to time you have conflicts, and sometimes people being hurt or even people dying because of these conflicts. And I guess legalizing
Horrible.
and
Legalizing is
coordinating everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Legalizing is the yeah. Sorry, like
Yeah. So basically, I think legalization could help in the sense that um, it will put an end to all these gangs and conflicts, etc. And it would uh, guarantee a better control of all of this. And also, it
but
will provide some health assistance, to those people, because the
yeah,
people who are buying drugs, etc. I
yeah,
guess
they are
they're
still like bad, like badly. That's why they don't get enough assistance because they like the outcasts. That's why the people don't even wanna bother to help them or even try to help them.
yeah, and I think that these people don't even like they don't dare asking for help, because if they're buying drugs, they're in an illegal situation, and so they
Yeah,
don't dare talking about it because they don't want to face repercussions. While if
yeah,
it were legal, then these
legal.
people could, have some help and try to um, have some help regarding their addiction to drugs.
Okay, I see. And I just I just caught myself on the thought that this is our first time we are speaking, we are hearing each other in English, right?
Yeah,
We have never heard each other speak English and communicate in any way. Yes, that's funny.
because
So,
I mean,
uh,
I don't know. We're always speaking in French because I don't know. It's my native language,
yeah,
and
yeah, it's
you
this,
also speak
this is
it perfectly.
France, and that's
No,
why
no, it's not about that.
we
But
apply the French like official language, right? We're
no, but
doing our citizenship duty.
I think people should know that Arthur speaks French really well, while
Thank
it's
you.
not his native language.
Finally. Someone admits it.
I don't know my native language.
What do you mean you don't know? It's
I lost it in 2014.
Yeah, because it was a part of
Because
Ukraine at that time.
yeah. But originally, what is your native language? Like the
Um,
one you grew up with.
Russian, obviously.
But
Yeah,
you also
probably.
speak Ukrainian or
Our
not?
elephant.
Ah?
Our
you-
elephant. You are.
Mhm.
Do you agree?
Yes.
Elephant means it's a slang in Russia, in Russian, Enzo. It means that you are our guy, like our fella.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
like true, like homie.
But,
Yo.
yeah, I was wondering one thing, which is how similar Russian and Ukrainian are. How
Like
similar?
70%,
How similar? Ah,
60%
uh,
maybe.
yeah,
So
it's not
does
fun.
it mean that a large part of Ukrainians speak Russian and vice versa?
Yeah, all of them. They all
Like
know Russian.
the Eastern Ukraine basically speak Russian like first
Not
language,
all.
even not second.
Not all.
Not all like
Some
Kharkov,
rednecks
Lugansk,
don't
Donetsk,
speak
but
Russian.
like a big part, like not neglected part. Yeah,
That's right.
and even in Kiev, you speak like Russian 50-50, I think, something like that.
Yeah, because
Like
it's forbidden. You can't speak Russian, but everyone
now it's
knows.
forbidden. Ah, okay. Yeah, everyone knows.
Yeah, now it's forbidden.
Since even there are the percentage of
But why?
population is about 30% of Russian there, like overall in Ukraine. So yeah, like a nation, like ethnically Russian, and they consider themselves as Russian.
And what about Russians? Do they know how to speak Ukrainian?
I think they don't give a damn
Absolutely
about
not.
it.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, they just feel all right. What do you say, Ponytail?
What?
Yeah. Interrupted on the half sentence, Ponytail.
But yeah, so
Mhm.
I guess yeah, Russians are very much gutted to their own language, like they only care about their own language.
Найкрасивіша
They
мова
don't try to
у світі.
understand Ukrainian. Is that
Mm,
right?
mm, yes, because like yeah, this is historically
Yeah, because
happened.
historically Russia was dominating all the area, so I mean logically.
Well, I'll be more subtle about that topic, but it's kind of you're not far. I'm trying to be like really friendly on Twitch.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
don't want to.
You're right, exactly.
Don't give a shit about it. Say what you want.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring any conflicts or something. I just want
No.
peace.
No, it's not about us. Just yeah, it's true that were dominating and still trying. So I guess, but now it's like became little more sensible topic. That's why the Ukrainian appartenance in English, um, appartenance.
In what sense?
In what sense? L'appartenance de
Belonging, or
yeah, the belonging of like the pride and belonging. You know, the way they position themselves in the life. They like strengthened, like they became more gathered now, and they like show themselves as the Ukrainians. Like before, they could allow themselves to speak Russian. Now, a lot of patriots, like people that consider themselves as native Ukrainians, will
Consider
never
yourself as
even
readers.
allow themselves, as Lolopin said. Yes, they will not even speak Russian, even if they could, like they are able to speak. But it is their matter of principle, you know.
But a lot of people still do it. Like, I have a friend, you know, and he's kind of soldier in
Saint. his
Ukrainian
name.
forces, Saint. And
Yes.
he still speaking Russian and everyone.
Really? With his
Yes.
colleagues and everything?
Hmm?
Like even inside the
Yep. It's his main language.
Okay.
Maybe
Alright.
That's
he
because
doesn't know
he's too lazy.
Ukrainian.
He know
Too
Ukrainian.
lazy to learn Ukrainian, maybe. Yeah. Like, there
What
are a lot
about
of
really sensitive themes? What do you think? Is shooting niggers is legal or not?
What?
Shooting niggers is legal?
I
We don't
disapprove.
approve it.
Depends on the country.
Not
Oh,
shooting,
it
but
depends.
not
Wow.
shooting, but choking. I'm sorry. What did I say? I'm sorry. Not shooting. Not shooting. Yeah, shooting is bad.
I can't breathe.
Okay. You're
By
not
the way,
have to-
I'm BLM
You must
supporter.
not answer this. Enzo. Okay.
Yeah.
But there is another question that I read in the chat like 3 hours ago. Was about would you
Блин,
vote
его
for
за нигерсов
Donald
забанил.
Trump or what is her name? Camila something.
Kamala Harris.
Yes.
Сейчас
Yeah.
его разбаним как-то.
Would you
I'm
vote
not-
for
Shooting
I'm
one
not-
niggers,
or
you
I'm
should.
not-
You
no.
don't
not-
understand my
I'm
accent,
not a
you
US
retard.
citizen, so
Time out.
I don't
But
have
if
the
you
right
if
to
you
vote.
let's
Banane,
okay,
ban.
let's imagine you are. One.
I don't know. I haven't read the programs. I don't know what.
Okay. You're
I,
yeah. You
I
would not
don't
vote.
have I don't have a sufficient knowledge to answer this question.
Okay.
I
Would
don't.
you would you vote for Marine Le Pen, who is the analogy of Donald Trump in like even
I'm
more
Trump
nationalistic?
supporter, MAGA,
France.
make America great
This.
again. I wanna in USA, really.
Okay, what do you think about the candidates of French presidential elections? It will be in 2026, right? Am I wrong?
27.
27. Okay. I
Oh,
don't
wow,
really
French
follow
elections. Мы не знаем ни одного кандидата.
news. It is so visible, so easy to understand. Okay, so
Would I vote for Marine Le Pen? Is that the question?
yeah, or no, or why?
No,
Why not?
no, probably not. I
Probably
guess
not.
Причем реально, за что
Yeah,
тебя
Rick
забанили?
Zemmour is bad. Is much better. Is much more charming guy.
Ты первый раз написал нигерс, это... А, я понял. Нигерс
Just for the
no,
people
but-
that don't know, Eric Zemmour and Marine Le Pen is really similar. They are alike, we can say, because they're both pro national.
Ну шо?
But Eric Zemmour is on the more far right spectrum.
Okay.
compared to
And he's
Marine Le Pen.
stealing the votes, the election.
Yeah.
The vote.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it would be better to join Marine Le Pen, but he doesn't want because he's too prideful.
He has a different
Point of view.
program.
Okay.
Point of view. It's not the
Yeah.
I mean, he's more
I'll let you-
radical. He's more radical. He's more radical compared to Marine Le Pen.
Is it a joke about what he wanted to do in his the corpse? No. Oh my God, what did I say? Corpus. I wanted to say, but I said corpse.
Party.
The cortex of his program is about just like making the people leave the country, right? Or kneel and change their name to the French one. Like if your name is Mohammed, you will change your name to I don't know, Matisse, for example.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a
It is true.
real
It's not. Yeah, it's not bullshit. Okay.
it was a real proposition.
Удачи в школе, собирай рюкзачок.
So basically, he wanted every name which because in France we have all these.
And then
classic
I'm
names.
sorry for interruption. Chat give you respect. Respect. Say
Ah,
awesome.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, chat.
Okay.
So what I was saying is that basically he wanted every person to have a
Он
name
передал, что вы
which
сосете,
was in
уроды.
the calendar because in France we have all the classic names in the calendar, and so basically those are old names like Latin names with Latin
Yeah.
origins.
Exactly. So like most Christianist, like and he's
Like I don't know, yeah, Marie, or you know, all the kind of names you see in the Bible, for instance. So Marie, Joseph, and
Yeah.
this kind of names, they're in the calendar.
Yeah.
And so he wanted everyone to have a name that was in that calendar, which is quite dumb
Kind of
because you know
insane.
it restricts the possibilities of names you can have, and I mean, I don't know what. For instance,
Я могу снова
I
спросить у него
couldn't
про
keep my
нигерс.
name because it's not in the calendar. I would have to change it. And I don't know to what I would change it.
Your name
I wanna kick
is it
niggers from your
Christianist?
country.
Your name.
I mean, it's
Is it synchrone with the Bible?
I don't think so because my name is Italian. I
Oh,
don't have
okay.
any Italian origins, but my name is
Oh,
Italian.
there's nothing to worry about in your case.
But it's not in the calendar, so I don't know what will happen.
But to be fair, to be like for the matter of fairness, he's Jewish, right? So it's
Yeah.
kind of strange that he's talking about like he considers himself Jewish at the same time in France, and like for French people, I understand. Maybe you would give the comment that like being Jewish is a religion, is about religion. It's a religion related, and being French is about nation, right? So there is no correlation, but I think there is some correlation about too, because like a lot of Jewish people, they are not like they are living their life, being isolated from the like the country where they live in. Not totally, but they 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 kind of follow their own customs, customs, like traditions. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So, but he's an exception to the rule. I know even one guy. No. Drop it. Drop it. I'll say after.
sure?
What?
No, you can go. You can go ahead.
I just know, like, for joke, I know one guy who is the neveu.
Nephew. Yeah.
Nephew, yeah. Thank you. Nephew of Marine Le Pen. Not Marine Le Pen, but
Kikes-related
the
podcast.
first from first marriage husband of Marine Le Pen or Marion Le Pen. I don't remember, but they are kind of siblings, cousins. Yeah.
Yeah,
Him,
Jordan
yeah,
Bardella.
yeah, maybe he was a journalist, right or not?
No.
There is one guy who was journalist and he was killed during his mission, I think, and he was husband of either Marion or not Marion. I think it was husband of Marine and Marion, and
I think he didn't
this
see
guy that I am talking about is
my Twitch page.
that makes of him half siblings or like cousins, half cousins of Marion Le Pen. So yeah, this is just for just like insane because I would never think that I would meet someone like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I know. So there is a friend of mine who basically slept with a député from the Rassemblement
interesting.
National, and I
Basically,
mean
slept
it's
literally.
it's quite funny because he's gay, and
Okay.
Rassemblement National
Based.
generally do not like gay people.
Yeah,
So it was
like
quite funny to hear
No, we love faggots so much. We love.
that.
they slept, but they literally slept. There
No,
was
they
nothing
fucked. They
happening
fucked.
between.
They fucked.
Okay. That's makes it even more funny. Yes. Mm. Like this is it your friend? Like the girl, you know.
No, basically, so my friend is a guy, and
Наверное, не стоило так
he's a gay
говорить.
person, and
Okay.
he slept with a Rassemblement National député who is gay as well.
Oh my. Okay.
On
They
Twitch, we
lived
are
in
all
in
gay.
Paris
There's
at
no
that time.
problem.
Because in my head it is really insane because all the people, all the assembly guy and stuff, they live in Paris, but you live in Strasbourg, but probably this guy lived in Paris as well.
No, he lived in Strasbourg because the député they're
Ah,
chosen by
of
city
region,
by
the
city or
deputy
region. Yeah,
of region. Okay, okay,
yeah,
I see.
exactly.
That's really interesting.
So
Strasbourg
that's why,
sounds gay.
Yeah,
yeah,
this
it's very
this
gay.
makes me think about this scene, in
Им
the
похер уже просто.
Berserk when did you see this cartoon anime?
I haven't. No,
You can? Okay, I'll let
no,
you
I haven't.
discover then. But it's interesting. So yeah, this is basically the end of the story. Yeah, right? About you. So,
Yeah, you can go on.
but we are much closer with, in France, you can find anyone. Like my sister, I have a feeling like France is the really, it's not an isolated space. It's really at the center, pretty much. So my even my sister, for instance, she met how like one actor. He's not even French, but it was really interesting to meet someone that I know that he's really. It was an actor in in movie that called Dogma. Some of other guys know this movie. Probably Lolapin knows this movie, and Ponytail as well.
I'm a huge fan of Kevin Smith. Cool movie. Very fun.
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey is gay. You know that?
Really?
And
I
Yep.
don't
I think he's pedo as well.
That's no problem.
One doesn't.
it's
Yeah,
huge
one
problem.
doesn't stop that. Yeah,
Sounds
huge.
based.
You got some huge problems there.
You will get cancelled.
Leave
Oh
me alone.
no.
Yeah, if you get cancelled, you're gonna have to leave this Discord channel.
By the
Oh
way,
no.
if minors male enough,
Don't continue.
Oh yeah. His name is Ben Affleck. This guy. You know him.
Yeah.
You know him.
Yeah.
So she actually met him in the Louvre, I think. So it's not really surprising because in the Louvre, like there are a lot of people. Mona Lisa in the Louvre, right?
Mm.
Or not?
Yes.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. But you know this guy. I sent you Ben Affleck. So yeah, it was really surprising for her that she was like kind of, yeah, look at him. She went there with her boyfriend. So yeah, it was interesting.
Did she take a picture with him?
She didn't, I think.
Ah.
But okay, my for like my turn to tell some stories. Maybe I found like from all the people, interesting people that I found, there are not a lot of celebrities actually. Maybe because celebrities don't even talk much about their life or anything. Because actor, like the surface that you have uh, on the career, like what they do throughout their career is one thing, and what they live is the other thing. So, and the celebrities don't talk a lot of their life with fans. So, and I
Yeah.
don't like even being like near close to the people, because it's kind of parasiting on them and trying to like take a slice of them. It's disgusting. I feel kind of find it disgusting. But once I found one guy, because I worked in the on the stage of cinema.
Oh,
I've
when you were doing an internship, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
when I was in the internship. Yeah. So there was one guy. I don't remember his name. Sila, maybe Sila. It's his. Yeah, there are two black guys, like French black guys that are popular, and he's the second one. Like Omar Sy, everyone knows, but here is the second one, and the second one I met. Maybe you understand what I mean. Who I mean
Mm.
by that?
Um, I mean, I think
I'll
you're gonna have to give me the name.
search for it. One sec. Here he goes. So his name is Ahmed Silla, right? Maybe you
Okay.
know. Okay, you know.
It rings a bell, but I don't know
Tells you
much
something?
about him.
Yeah. Well, he's a middle-ish kind of actor. He's really popular in France, but for people that go to the cinema, and to go watch the French movies, or just spending their time in front of TV. But it's not really our case. It's your
Yeah.
case, right? So it's okay.
And so, what did this guy do?
So I just took a photo with him when I was doing my internship. So that's basically
Oh.
it. But I took the photo, and I had a lot of time um, spent with him, near of him, because he was kind of, I was script, and script are kind of assistants of the directors. They just watch everywhere, like sneak, like in order to, like, they're hanging around in order to find the the right angles between the scenes, and just trying to uh, put it up together, uh, to make it like more to make it look correct for the spectator. Because yeah, there could be some faux raccord, like false links between the scenes. That's why they could confuse the people. So this is my basically job. Well, one of them. There is some other things I've done during my internship. It was like making some notes about the people who fuck them up. They just slipped on the in front of bath, in front of swimming pool. Just like
Oh.
there were no murder like likely during my watch, but yeah, it was sometimes it was really nasty, but
Yeah,
it was kind of fun.
I guess it must have been quite great. I mean, it must have been a special experience. Um,
Yeah, it really was.
so, but as long
Like,
as you have good memories of it, I guess it's okay.
bad memories. It just it erases with the time, and you get some good memories, and like knowledge that
Mm.
you transported through time with you.
Yeah, true,
So yeah,
true.
just a good point, like a good mark of attention on my resume as well, like CV. I've worked there with people, but it doesn't mean anything. But because yeah, like it doesn't mean anything maybe for the people who already accomplished it. Like whenever the achievement is achieved, it's not really achievement. You don't perceive it that way. You're just looking forward for other things after that, and you go forth.
But I think it's still a valuable experience that you can use for. I mean, I think it's still. I don't know how many days or how many months the internship lasted. I think it was a few months. Is that it?
No, not really. It was at most I don't know, 3 weeks. It was
Really?
lasting for 3 weeks, but I was participating like not even every single day. Like it was like Monday you could take Monday, then your shift, then you take your shift off for Tuesday, and then you come up with another shift, right? You call it.
Mm.
Yeah, the Wednesday, and you go forward. And sometimes the producer or like a director or manager, my supervisor, like the person who's responsible for me during the internship, told me you're free to not come to tomorrow. And at the end of the internship, the producer told me, well, kind of, we took you, but we didn't even meet really your like we didn't even we didn't near like remotely
Slava
needed in your
Ukraine!
service. So I was like, okay, okay, I see. Like, but I don't blame them because um, yeah, I've learned a bunch of stuff, and I understood, and I got the point. I got that um, this is not really the job that the conventional job that you meet
Yeah, we
you're
pretend
used
we
to
don't
meet
hear that.
everywhere. It's not like you go to the magazine, you're doing your functions. No, here is like uh, it's really unique. It gives you a unique experience. So I didn't really
So yeah,
was
I
so
think that's why
absorbed by that.
I think that's why
Я
you
понял,
can
чего
still
не хватает
consider
на
it
самом
a
деле.
valuable experience because
Yeah,
you were able to have an insider view of what is happening, like when you're shooting a movie and everything. And you
yeah,
were also
like,
able to see that it doesn't suit you, so that
yeah. Maybe it
you,
doesn't suit me because it wasn't so ambitious as movie. That's why, because it was like
mm,
rom-com, romantic comedy. So it was kind of superficial at my point of view, but I don't really mm, uh, like discrediting this. Just it wasn't really. It didn't really suit my preference of of movies. But anyways, yeah, you exactly you got the point on that I've seen some insights during the I learned a lot of things and received a lot of insights during the internship. Did you have some internship as well? You well,
I just wanted to ask you, have you seen the
yeah.
movie when it came out?
No, no. I like how to say, you said je te jure. Um,
I don't know, it's very French. I assure you, I assure you.
I assure you, yeah. Like, or I promise. No, not
Mm.
promise.
Maybe
Sometimes you can
assure.
say it. Like, je te promets,
Mm.
etc. Okay. But I assure you that I was willing to come into the cinema on the premiere, but so sometime like past between the post production, you know, and the process when you're assembling the pieces, like, you know, during the editing, and the time of my internship. So like I didn't have, and the time when it came, like I got some invitations from my parents that told me, like my sister, who told me, okay, there's your movie that we will go watch, and I was like, I'm too busy, I don't know. Go without me this time. I'll see it myself, but yeah, I never seen it actually. So yeah.
I mean, you can still try to download it online and have a look if you want to. I guess you can
I
find it.
think that then my sister bought some DVDs, like Blu-ray on
Oh,
Blu-ray. Yeah,
really?
this movie, but I still didn't. I still didn't uh, and managed to put myself in front of bring myself in front of the TV to watch it. I yeah, and actually, you know, I don't really consider it
Yeah. Uh,
something.
maybe it was a bit of a traumatizing experience.
Like, you know, I don't know, maybe it could be. Like, no idea. Like, you know, when whenever I had some friends that played chess, and then they had like losing streak, or something, or they just lost their position tremendously. Like they were winning but at the end they just threw through their position. You know, they just they dropped in the litter their, you know, their paper where they note all their moves. But the paper is like, it's sacred, you know. You don't throw your paper, because it's a memory about your game. It's you could have opportunity to investigate on your game later on. But if the guy just throws it into the litter, it means that I don't give a damn about the game. So yeah, that's what they say at the same time. So maybe something I experienced as well. So maybe it's a quite similar situation. But did you have any internship you as well? Right?
Yeah, so I had one internship. But it was quite short. It was 2 months long. Um, it was between February and April of this year. Basically, I had an internship at my university, and my supervisor wanted me to develop some web application to visualize some data, and you know, so have some application where you can filter the data and apply some sorting algorithm and some visualizations. Um, you know, have beautiful graphs and everything to represent the data. And so that's what I did for 2 months. And so yeah, I've created this application. I think my supervisor was quite happy with the result. Yeah, and that was a great experience because I got to learn a
Yeah.
lot. I already knew about web development and everything, but I was never tasked to do a whole project on my own. And so that was a great opportunity to learn about it and to apply my knowledge by doing this. And what I really liked is that I had a lot of liberty. So basically, my supervisor told me what he roughly wanted at the beginning of the internship, but then I was free to use any technologies I wanted and style the website how I wanted, and you know, I didn't have a lot of constraints, so it was a really great experience.
Constraints, you mean the limitations or the restrictions? on the
Yeah,
on
basically,
your job?
basically, he just told me like a rough idea of what he wanted, and then I was able to do it like I wanted. He didn't tell me, okay, you have to use this specific technology, or you have to do it this way, this way, this way. I was very free to do the things how I wanted, as long as the result was how we had it in mind. And so yeah, it was a very enriching experience. I got to learn a lot, and yeah, I think it's the website is even online right now. So I mean, the application can be used by anybody, but I mean, the data is very particular. It's basically plays, so theater plays
I don't
from
even understand what data means. So
da-
could you like give some
I
tips on it?
mean,
Like
data is
data,
like, do you
yeah,
know what
database. Yeah,
database is?
database for me is like a huge archive, like Alexandria or something with a lot of
Yeah,
knowledge, like like or
yeah, yeah.
database of chess. Like a lot of games are just um, put together, and in order to for other players to explore it.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess you can see data as knowledge.
Like programming knowledge for for analysts, like analysts are doing something in order to put it to help the clients to achieve something, their
Yeah,
their goals,
I mean
understanding the target or marketology, or no, or creating sites.
you can have different types of data. So I mean, for instance, if you're working on stocks, for instance, you know the stock market and the
Yeah,
stock exchange and everything. Perhaps some data could
course.
be so you know when you're searching for the value of something on the stock market. Let's say you want to search for the value of Bitcoin. Well, the data,
Yeah.
for instance, could be all the history of the evolution of the price of Bitcoin. So you would have in a database the evolution of the price for every date. So maybe you would have for a specific day the what value the Bitcoin was every day, and each of these values is what we call a data point. So it's something which is part of the data.
So
Is it?
actually, that makes of you very confident freelancer, yes, because you could actually fill up with any mission that come come up from your client concerning database or programming. Like if someone asks you to, I don't know even how to formulate it correctly, to create a site with database, just yeah, you will be able to proceed correctly, and satisfy the demand, right? Like Ponytail knows some guy whose name is Azazin, and the specifics of Upwork and such. Like, do you know what is Upwork, right?
Yeah, the freelancer website.
Yeah, freelancer website. Yeah, so the
Site for
market,
web
like,
slaves.
yeah. So actually, you could like be very very efficient if you put some your like CVs or your skill set, and you're like taking some time to describe yourself in front of your client. The clients probably will find some with
Uh,
ease.
I guess some people may be interested, but I mean the problem
Yeah,
with freelancing is that you always have a lot of competition. You know, you're always competing with people who are more skillful than you, who have more skills. So that's, you know, you always have to fight for your ground and show that you have specific skills that other people don't have. And so, yeah.
But you do have a lot of them, so that makes of you really polyvalent, you know, very
Yeah,
all-rounded fighter. So that's why that makes you really useful
but I
compared
guess there
to
will
someone
there
who
will
gets
there
one
will
asset in the.
I guess there will always be people who have more skills than me. I mean, you cannot be perfect everywhere. I guess yeah, being you know, having a lot of different skills in different areas and being very
You're so modest. I know that for sure I can say that my profile is worse than yours because I'm what could I do? Translate, right? And this is pretty much all. All right, there is something as well. It's chess. Okay, but chess isn't even like interesting feat. A feat, I mean,
I,
asset in my no
I think it
to.
is
Hmm?
because it I think it is because it shows you have some knowledge about strategy, which can be used in
Strategy, but
yeah.
altogether it only concerns very tiny part of life, only games and only chess.
And I think you have a lot of knowledge in movies as well. Like, I mean, you did your bachelor's in cinema, right? So you have a knowledge about it.
Oh man, well, yeah, yes, I've seen some movies. I can tell you that
I mean,
for sure.
you participated to university courses about cinema, so you uh, it shows that you have some knowledge
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, about movies.
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean,
But anyways.
I think it's always hard to evaluate oneself. You know,
Mhm,
it's
mhm,
to be to do a judgment of oneself is always hard. That's why I guess you need to rely on other people to tell you if you have a specific skills or you have a special talent. Other people will often be able to discern it easily.
mhm,
Um, and yeah, you know, there's always this problem of
mhm. Evaluating self.
evaluating oneself
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I cannot remember the thing, but
Mm.
you know,
Perceptions. Mhm.
thinking that you're always below others, or the imposter syndrome, right? Do you know about the imposter syndrome?
Yes, I do. Of
Or
course,
you know, this kind of thing.
everyone knows. I think
Yeah, I
everyone
guess
knows.
I guess
Except,
everyone knows, and everyone
especially
has
freelancers
experience.
know. Yeah, those
Uh,
who like brings the sense in order to uh, like come up with some projects, their personal projects, and trying to like promote themselves in front of public.
mm. And
Yeah.
I think that now the major problem that freelancers are facing
Mhm.
is the rise of artificial intelligence and
Exactly. It is
large
very
language
interesting subject.
models. Yeah,
Mm. So what
it's
do you say? What do you
but
think about that? Do you think we are doomed? All the people that are are designers, like database analysts, website creators, and etc. etc. Are we doomed? This is very. This sounds really pessimistic, but uh, I know. Fortunately, you are very optimistical, but because some people could say that at the beginning of our podcast that you are a pessimist because you were talking about some problems, issues, etc. But I know myself that because I know you, that you are much more optimistic than a lot of people that I know, really, and more optimistic than me, because I am really a specimen. Yeah. So there are not a lot of your kind. So I'm really meaning that, Enzo. So I'm really happy that that in my life I've got someone who's really standing strong, standing straight straight in any form and any meaning of this word, and and show a very good example of being optimistic and about this the events in their life.
Wow.
Because,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
So, yeah, my stance on artificial intelligence is that
Yeah.
I mean it depends on what you mean by doomed, but obviously it's gonna
I
come
think
with
that the least doomed. Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but I
yeah.
think that the least doomed are the people that are related to the a database and all the stuff related with um, the technology. Because at least of the worst scenario, you could make useful, like make yourself useful by creating some circumstance, like creating some assistance to the artificial intelligence. But for other people, I don't know what could they actually do, like in order to recycle or rewrite themselves in the professional path, you know?
So actually that's why after I finished my bachelor's in English studies, that's why I've switched to a program in natural language processing because at the time there was no ChatGPT, but I mean, I knew kind of that there was something coming, and that because we were already talking a lot about artificial intelligence, etc. So I knew that there were going to be a lot of advancements in that domain, and I was like, if I continue my studies in English, it's not gonna give me a lot to work on. I mean, so I was like, I'd better prepare and I'd better get into the field as soon as possible. And that's why I've chosen to do this master's degree and now the PhD. That's because I feel like if I'm inside the domain, I can have better prospects for the future.
Yeah, I really hope for you. Enzo.
Thank you. And so, yeah, obviously, I think artificial intelligence is going to have a lot of effects on uh, our on the evolution of society and on our daily life. And I don't think it's a good way to be judgmental about it. I mean, I don't think it's a problem of it being good or bad. I mean, to me, it's just a natural evolution of society. Um, I mean, since the Industrial Revolution, the goal has been to make progress in technology and industry and try to develop technology so that we can replace manual labor or workers. So I guess it's just a natural continuation, natural evolution of what's been done since the 19th century. Um, so yes, I think very much that we're gonna have some jobs being replaced by artificial intelligence, and even desk jobs, such as translation. I think they're gonna be mostly replaced in maybe 10 or 20 years. And I think we're gonna
10
also
or
have to
20.
find.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
I think so. I mean, it's an average, but I think yeah.
It's unavoidable. Unavoidable.
I think the main problem now is not to know if those jobs are going to be replaced because they're going to be replaced. The main problem now is to see how, as a society, we can adapt to this evolution
Uh-huh.
and what should be done to transition
Yeah,
from
yeah.
our current situation to a new world where artificial intelligence is everywhere.
Mhm.
Because right now our economy is mostly based on people working, but
Yeah,
soon artificial intelligence will be able to
will take over.
do
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Will take hold of all the aspects
Some
of
market.
their life. Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you see that there are some companies that are already selling that to the customers new robots, like new robots, like maidens. You know the
Mm.
maidens. You understand the word,
Yeah.
right? Term. So yeah, they are trying to already inject some innovations into the current stage of life of people, and that makes them kind of and the people start to accommodate, like start to get used to these new changes
Mm.
little by little. And all we know that like the window of Overton, how it works, you know this
Mm.
concept, right? So
Mm.
yeah, it will not be late. It will not. It will be probably the. Yeah. It will
I mean,
evolve step by step like that. And once and one day we will come. We will wake up and we will open our eyes and we will see what we will see that no one is yeah are going to work to the simple work. Going to work to. Um,
yeah,
to, so- to
I think
serve
it's
the robots, yeah, artificial intelligence.
Well,
I'm not
opinion
trying
is
to
gone.
upload. Yeah,
yeah.
Bye.
yeah,
I think
looping
it
is
can
gone. Mhm.
I think it can go
Yeah.
quite quickly. I guess um, I mean, 20 years ago, nobody expected to have, for instance, a phone with them all the time. At the time there were no smartphones, there were no iPhones 20 years ago. And look, now, 20 years later, everybody has a smartphone, everybody is carrying it everywhere. If you had told somebody in the 2000s that they were going to have some device on them all the time, that would have tons of applications and things like that, they wouldn't believe you. So you see how in 10 years or even,
Mhm.
20 years or even 10 years, things can evolve very, very quickly. And so I guess there are many things we are not prepared to see and which will drastically change our ways of living. Recently, I
Mhm.
think a few days ago, I don't know if you've seen this, but uh, I guess
Mhm.
you all know about Mark Zuckerberg and Meta, so the Facebook
Marcel
company.
better. Mhm.
Yeah, the Facebook company.
Mhm.
They presented glasses, uh, uh,
What did they present?
augmented reality glasses. Um, so, like, regular glasses that you wear,
The
and
glasses. Yeah. Ah,
yeah,
yeah. Yes.
and that you're able to wear them. Yeah, they call them smart glasses.
Smart glasses. All right.
Yeah,
Like the gadget. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And so, I mean, we've seen a lot of iterations of this concept over the years.
Yeah.
Uh, But recently, so Meta announced some kind of glasses that were making, which is called Arian. I can send you a link here.
Oh, this becomes yeah,
And
futuristic.
so, yeah, so I think this is one of the next big things which are going to happen.
Big famous, yeah, after iPhone, maybe since iPhone
Yeah, yeah.
creation.
So I think there's a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
kind of future is now,
mm,
we could say,
mm,
like
yeah,
the expression, some fancy expression that would present meta. Future is now. Expected,
yeah, exactly.
totally.
And so I think there are two other things that everybody should look into. The second thing is closely related to that, which is virtual reality. So all the headsets. Um,
Hmm?
I mean, it's mostly used for games.
For
So
games.
yeah,
You mean VR? Okay.
yeah, exactly. Virtual
I've
reality
already
and
tried
VR.
VR. Did you?
Yeah, I've tried it a couple of times, and
Oh,
I find it quite impressive. To be honest,
it was
was
yeah, quite interesting. Especially for people who enjoy playing horror games, it would be really
yeah,
fascinating, terrifying. They would
yeah,
be terrified by the quality of images.
yeah. I mean, uh, it's another thing which is going to be quite promising to me. Um,
Promising, yeah.
yeah, and
This is
the
really interesting. I would really enjoy like visiting some places, technological places. Maybe some for how do you call it in English? Like not exhibitions, but yeah, exhibition. I think
mm,
like the how do you call it? Les expos.
convention. Les expos, oui.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
the point is that they make some showcases about the
Mm,
technology like TED Talk, something like that, and they
mm,
talk about the progress
yeah.
on different perspective of view.
And I think the third thing,
Mhm.
which is interesting to have a look on, is BCI. So it's brain computer interface. I'm
VCI.
gonna, yeah. And so basically, it's all if you've heard about Elon Musk and Neuralink. It
Can you just send the name? Okay, okay. Don't stop, don't
yeah.
stop. I will. So I just I just tells this the funny thing is that our discussion right now transformed into like our podcast is formed into the our average discussion, like our most like often that occurs during our discussions. Like we talked for hours and about all the stuff, and this could last forever. And basically, yeah. But
Yeah.
this is a good thing, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So go on.
Yeah. So I think that that's one of the main things that people should have a look on, which is the brain-computer interface, which is going to evolve a lot, I think, as well. Um, in the next years, we're probably going to have more and more advancements, scientific and technological advancements related to it. Um, and that I
Mhm.
think is very promising as well because it can really be um, connected with the other new technological um, devices that I've mentioned previously. Um, and
Mhm.
yeah, especially BCI because you're directly
PCI.
communicating with the so
Mhm.
brain computer interface. You're directly communicating with the brain. So
Would
it
you like
can
to acquire to that? as well? Usually yourself? Like
I mean,
you know, like
I'm really, really, really interested in it, and
yeah.
I'm very, very curious about the
Oh, I
inner
will.
part of it, like how it
Okay,
works.
okay. You intrigued me. Yeah. You too. Okay.
Um, so
You snapped
I
my
think I think
curiosity.
I
Yeah,
think I would try it definitely because
I'm curious now. Yeah.
I'm very curious, and
Okay. We will. Where is the advancement right now happening? Mostly in Japan. From for this the last thing you said, PCI. Is it for
mm,
you the USA, the Silicon Valley, or it takes place mostly in like the advanced countries? I guess Japan, the USA, Canada, maybe.
for
Maybe Japan. Like, hmm?
what? What did you say?
I said, where does it take place?
No, no,
Most, yeah,
you
the
said
advancement of technology,
okay.
like for instance, PCI.
I think mostly in the US because that's
Yes,
where
yeah,
you've got all the big companies and all the
mhm,
money. I think
yeah,
the main criteria is money. It's always money. How much money you have to make the research and the experiments, etc.
mhm,
Um, yeah, I don't think we have that much projects going on in Europe. I think it's mostly
mhm.
in the US.
Interesting. You probably would consider uh, for to move to the USA if you wanna continue your projects or research. I don't know if it really
Um,
sounds right for him.
it's a possibility.
It's possible.
I don't know
Mhm.
yet. It depends on the opportunities. If I do have
Yeah,
the opportunity to move to the US, I would do it. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
cool. Not cool for me because this will put some more distance, but I think we will have some kind of neighboring projects in future. I'm sure.
why not? Why not?
Why not?
And
Yeah.
if I ever go
I'm not,
to the
I'm not
US,
staying still. Either. Yeah. So yeah.
But
but
how you move in? Some work visa or something?
Yeah. Some work in.
yeah, that's the
We're
issue.
going to Moscow. We will take a ponytail with us in
No,
order
no,
to
I'm really
create
gonna in
some.
USA, in USA.
He would be really
Jump
cool
over Mexican border, you
game
know?
dev. What?
Jump over Mexican border, you know?
Ah,
And I'm gonna
yeah,
in
yeah.
USA, yeah.
Uh,
I'm a
he's a
huge
big
USA
fan of.
fan,
Let,
McDonald's, US Army, Eagles. Yeah.
okay, yeah, okay. Ponytail is much more like fan of the country, like Latin America, this zone. He would enjoy
Hola.
like living there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on Colombia or
Costa Rica, Costa
somewhere
Rica.
there. Yeah, Costa Rica on the coast, Caribbean
I,
coast, maybe.
one of my friends is Colombian, so maybe
Oh,
we can have some
yes,
Okay,
and
opportunities.
Colombia,
Enzo.
it's not Central America, it's South.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Enzo is like kind of today is giving us just distributing some tickets like Colombia pictures. Like Enzo is coming from the rich country and helping to the people today and telling some stories. So it's cool.
I mean, I think it's quite good to live in Colombia with a French salary because, uh, prices in Colombia are very, very low compared to France and compared to Europe in general.
Yeah, but
So,
I think that the place where lives Ponytail today is kind of I don't know if it is same as Colombia, but it could be even more poor, like lower prices, you
It's
know.
more bad,
yeah.
can't
So
kill by bomb or missiles, you know, in Colombia.
You
Only some redneck can shoot me in the face.
renegade.
Redneck in Colombia.
Who that?
I don't know
Like
how
Che
it looks
Guevara
like.
followers.
Yeah. Che Guevara subscribers.
Okay. Okay, follow PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Subscribe to Che Guevara.
Oh, it was a really nasty joke. The last one. Not everyone will understand it, but it's for bad. It is for the best. Okay. Oh my God, Enzo is really a very versatile human being. I should say,
He's very patient, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah,
That means yeah as well. He's patient.
I guess it helps.
It helps.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Mhm.
if you want to dedicate time to topics or this kind of stuff, I guess you must have patience. So yeah, I guess it helps.
Mhm.
Wow. I think we've talked for a long time now.
Yeah, really for a long time.
That's right.
I agree.
That's goddamn right.
Let's conclude a little bit. If you let me ask you some like final questions,
Okay. If
shall
you
we?
want to. Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
we'll conclude.
Final
So,
showdown.
So thank you for coming again. Yeah, and the last questions are: what are the biggest values, assets in people that you enjoy seeing and respect most? Enzo,
So I would say perseverance.
perseverance. Yes.
Yeah. Curiosity and
Curiosity. Okay.
yeah, and open-mindedness. The
Open
fact
mind.
that you're open to uh, new things, new cultures, uh, yeah,
Okay.
new tools, new
Mhm.
yeah. The fact of being open, I think it's quite important today.
Mhm. And now the reverse question: what are the flaws in human being that you dislike most, or let me put this way, repulse you most?
Mm, let me think a bit about it.
Okay.
I,
Yeah, this is a harder one.
I don't like
Mhm.
people who are being hypocrites.
Hypocrite. Okay.
Yeah. I believe that if I mean I think people are allowed to change their opinions, and I think it's even good to change their opinions. But you should not advocate, for instance, a certain principles and behave in the contrary way. If you support certain things, then you should behave according to what you support and not
Mhm.
try to be someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you should,
Very common. Mhm.
yeah. Unfortunately, it's quite common. Um, I think that's the thing I despise the most.
Mhm.
Otherwise,
Mhm.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I don't really have any. I mean, I'm really open to people, so I try to understand their
Mhm.
points of view, etc. Uh,
Mhm.
and generally, I'm not the kind of guy who is repulsed by people because they um do a certain thing or behave a certain way. I always try to understand why they do this or do that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that Monsieur Roman would be a little bit kind of repulsed at the first sight, since
I,
these kind of people are like arrogant, but I think this is much more complex. Like I let you finish. Yeah.
I don't like this guy, but I don't like this guy.
Ah, you don't. Okay.
Monsieur Roman,
Yeah.
no, not really. I mean,
Okay. Because
after
I
after
understand. Mhm.
because there is some story that happened, and
Yeah. I see.
yeah, yeah.
I see. Okay. So, and let's finish on the most like you know promising and motivational question.
Mhm.
This is the last one, really, for me. Do you have your goals set for near future, Enzo? Could you share with us some of them? So, like, if you don't share, if you don't want to share with us some of your goals, it's okay, because I understand that that could just give the false hopes for you, yeah, and yeah, it's not really about putting yourself in front of us, but just sharing it if you want,
Yeah.
and
Uh,
reminding yourself what is important, really important for you. Yeah, maybe.
so my primary goal is to finish my PhD.
Yes.
Uh, so it's
Yes,
going
sir.
to be I guess it's going to be tough sometimes,
Mhm.
but I'm prepared for it, and I hope I can finish it. I mean, I'm confident I can finish it, so I know I will go through. But I still need to be resilient during the
Mhm.
process. Um, One of my other goals uh, is traveling more. I think traveling is a very important experience
Mhm.
to discover new cultures and discover new people. Um, each time that I traveled in another country, it was a very particular experience, and it made me realize new
Mm.
things on what I really want to do with my life and
Mm.
my objectives, etc. And it really gives you a new prospect on what you want to do, and the kind of society you want to live in.
Mhm.
Um, and it's always great also being exposed to different um, customs or different cultures, and reflect on that.
Yeah.
Um, and then the other goal is getting my driver's license, because I haven't had time to uh, have I mean to take classes. But I hope that I can do it in the next 2 years and have my driver's license.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't know if you have yours, Arthur.
Well, your objects, your goals are really, how do we call it? Low. How do you call it? Low key. Low key. What does it mean? Low
Low
key.
kick.
Low key is, uh,
I guess it's low kick.
are tern. Tern. You know. So
Um,
once Ken Reeves maybe told or someone.
do.
Yeah, once Keanu Reeves, we asked someone, he was told, he was asked, how do you how are you so loaded? How do you stay so humble? And he told something like gravitation. So do you get what I mean? So that's, you are just so humble that
Mm.
it can't. I can't just not notice it. It's,
Mm.
it's so remarkable. you know. Yeah. Okay. So for me, you asked my goals.
Yeah.
I am really farfelu. I'm really chaotic person. I think from point of view, not from point of view of my maybe of my character. I'm really I don't think this coordinates like chaotic, evil, or good, or this kind of things. You know
Mm.
this
Yeah.
skill. But I'm not chaotic on this in this way. I'm chaotic on my decisions that I make. Sometimes I do some decisions that don't prominent. Their prominence is not from my own will or on my own interest. I can do some stuff that just for curiosity or fun, but I don't really deeply understand there is no meaning behind it, and this is maybe the major priority to understand where I'm advancing, like where I'm
Yeah.
going to, yes, throughout all this stuff. But I think that I'll find out with time, just doing accomplishing, like being active all the time. Like you shown yourself as very active person. Like while your our podcast, you told you mentioned about your desires of tourists, like
Mm.
moving to the other countries in order to visit and understand other customs, and understand in what side you would like to live, and you're not frightened in front of that. Yeah. So, and this is really huge game changer, I think, in my for me as well, because I'm not really person that would like to travel a lot, and talk to people much, because I think I understand pretty much everything, because I have this I'm not uh, earth gravitated as you. Yeah, I am really heaven. I'm on the other side. That I think that I know pretty much everything and everyone, mostly the type of people, because I have visited like throughout my life a lot of not countries, but a lot of places, different places with different people. That's why I think that like there are not a lot of people a lot of differences that distinguish one from another. We are all the same, kind of, like not all the same. I mean, I understand what makes one person, what it makes this person what he is, and he will probably never change this person. I understand that very. I have the understanding of that in order to change, the person should understand that he got some issues. Yeah, like he's not satisfied entirely with his life. But most of people are not satisfied. But despite that fact, they will not change a mile, like a slice, like tiny centimeter. So yeah. So that's why I understand that most of people, I'm not interested by the people, because most of people are not interested and are not interested by themselves, by their life. They are already resigned. They already abandoned themselves, like to their life that they are crawling right now into. Like they are living right now one specific life, and they think that this will never change. So yeah, I'm not pursuing this goal, but I'm pursuing at least understand what I am capable of, what is my true potential is about. Yeah. I think I have merely understanding of myself, but I think that I'm not entirely full. I'm not entirely like there are a lot of things I would be able to do in the future because for the simple fact that skills are not are unlimited. Like we can always learn more. We can learn more, get more knowledge, and that is why apprehend to use this knowledge and create some skills and create and adapt it to new activities.
Yeah, and I think it's normal for it to take some time because you always need to dedicate a certain amount of time to be able to develop specific skills or
Yeah,
gain knowledge, etc. So it's very important not to be discouraged and just continue working until it pays off. And
yeah. Maybe I will make sure to draw my attention on other stuff like I'm most weak at, like database, like stuff like that, like yeah, editing, things like that, because I don't really, like I have already told you, I don't really perceive myself as someone who can just obey and go to the work and do the mechanistic work just to pay their bills. You know, that's insane for me. Like I can imagine it doing it from you know not from own will, but from necessity. Like I'm not if I'm not if I am supposed to do that to survive, I will do it. But if I'm not pushed into that, I will not do it. I will prefer other options. But some people don't do it this way. They come up with the reversed options that they will do this, and that's all. And they just look forward for, I don't know, other jobs or career advancement, something like that. This is not about me, but I'm not against the trial. Like trial means I could be completely wrong on the way I am designing it to myself in my head, but I think I'm not missing the point on what I'm really against.
Yeah, my way of thinking about it is that we only have one life, and so
Yeah.
You should spend your time doing what you like the
Yes,
most.
exactly.
And to me, I find it really depressing to work just for money in a field that you don't like, and you spend the majority of your day working on something that you don't like. Really
Oh my
depressing.
gosh.
So yeah, I totally agree.
Really true. This is really fundamental that you're told, you said. That means that the person who is brought to work and depressed with that and force himself, this person just is really unhappy, like truly unhappy. I mean that this person doesn't even understand that its own state. Like, you know,
Do you remember about alienation?
how the person that is put to this state is just rejecting under the fact that like nobody can tell you what to do if you are not happy to do it. Like, it's about the obey, like servitude volontaire. It's about this thing that if you are enslaved in your life, in your head, like you're telling yourself that someone can tell you what to do and you have to do it. Otherwise, it will be worse, or you are frightened to the idea that it would be worse, or I don't know, etc., etc. Or like you're justifying your weakness. Yeah, like what the hell? Like you wanna live otherwise. Why you don't spend, like, if you're if you want, like, the want, that the fact that you want something to do is just the most important thing in your life. It's the central. If you want to do something, you don't have to be worried about what other people want, what other people think, and that it is impossible to accomplish now. If it is impossible to accomplish now, you will put all your effort in order to make it work that you want. But people think that they will wait, and do what they want later. But no, you will not do it later. You will program yourself to do it never, to do something else. Yeah, and to obey to your weakness, like to kneel between your weakness and obey to other circumstances that force you to do it. They always force you to do it, but you are the last. You're the last person who is like you're the matter of your house, right?
Yeah.
You're the
I
last
think
one who's supposed to answer to your question, not anyone. Yeah, but this is really hard because this is about the force of will, basically, and understanding what you want to in your life. And this is not easy at all. Any human being who's supposed to be very strong, etc., etc., he always makes some compromises in his life that blows everything in the air, and then he's unhappy because he's done it, and again, and it's too late, but it's not late because you're not in graveyard yet, so it's not yet. It's not late, but it becomes late in your head. It's because it mentally ties you up. Like, yeah.
if you want to do
So
something, you should do
yeah.
it now, because if you keep waiting and waiting and waiting, you will never do it. So uh, if you really want something, you need to put all your efforts into doing it from now on, or at least think about a plan on how to achieve your goals
This
and
is
what you
yeah.
want to do.
This is right. You're planning a lot. Do you plan on your PC or on your laptop or like
Uh,
Obsidian? Yeah.
I do use Obsidian,
Yes.
and I try to keep a list of things to do, so to-do list, just to
Mhm.
know what I need to accomplish in the
Mhm.
days or weeks that follow. And yeah, in my mind, I try to always have a rough plan of what I want to do in the next few weeks, months, and years. Uh, you know, just have a rough idea, not something which is rigorously planned, but only a few ideas on
Okay.
what I want to do next. I think it's
Okay.
important to have this kind of thing, um, just to have um, some mark, some repère that you can
Yeah.
use to guide yourself.
Mhm.
Well,
That's cool.
it was really
Well,
great to participate in this.
thank you for coming, Enzo. Okay, it was a pleasure for me as usual
Wow.
to have a little chat, quite a little chat. I'd say.
And thank you very much, Arthur, for the invitation. And
You're
thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome. You're maybe we will invite you again if you wanna. If you will
Yeah,
not
of
reject
course.
our invite. But thank you for coming. Yeah, it is first time we invited an exotic, like a stranger from some Western countries, foreign
Like
countries.
non-Russian speaking someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no Russian speaking Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not speaking Russian
yet.
yet.
You will.
Yeah.
You
If you're
will.
willing
Yeah.
to teach me, why not?
Yeah.
Russian lessons on our channel.
Why not?
Nice.
Why
Yeah.
not? We could work on that.
And well, thank you to Biggest Dukas and Lelapin for being here as well. It was
Yeah.
a pleasure to meet
Without
you.
him.
And thank you to chat and all the people who have listened to us for several hours. I hope it was not too boring.
Yes. Thank you. We will thank them.
Cool.
Well,
Wow.
Yeah,
nobody
that's too
thanked
late.
us.
That's too late. They are gone.
Nobody thanked us with the donations, unfortunately, because they don't understand English. That's their problem, okay, not ours.
Maybe.
They don't. Yes, they don't manage to evaluate us properly, our efforts and our value. Yeah.
Learn English.
Works
It's
for them.
important. English is important to learn.
Yeah. Important. Yes.
Everything on the internet is in English. So
Everything that you do in work is in English.
So chat,
Okay.
you can pay us to learn English.
Yes.
And some
Please.
words.
Yes. Enzo is the best in order to fill this mission to accomplish.
More.
Oh, I
Yeah.
barely forget to ask you. Accept some commission for translating games made by Unity or Unreal Engine by one person.
So your question was about translation and games made with Unity and Unreal Engine.
Indie games, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so like, how can one translate this kind of game? Or
One weirdo asked me before podcast if you can translate his game. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you have specific games that you would like to have a translation of, why not? I mean, so I have to reduce my work hours in terms of translation because I'm starting the PhD and I'm focusing on the PhD. But if you have any suggestions of games that could be translated, I guess you always have to see with the developer team and if they can implement something in terms of localization and translation, because the developers are the one who are going to lead the process. So
Okay.
I guess you need to see with them first, and then if they're interested in translation, why not?
Okay.
Cool.
I will send the link to Ponytail from you, Enzo, that you sent me. Do you remember about the Ukrainian localization? The dude who was searching for Ukrainian guys who translate stuff. I will. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can send to Ponytail as well if you want, because it is an opportunity. I don't know if because I think Ponytail knows better Ukrainian than me. So yeah, he would be maybe very good. Very
And if you need montage, can
well put for
yeah,
this. So.
I can work with video.
Yes, and this is what you love to do.
Cheap montage
Work
for
with
food.
Okay.
It's for me.
Montage, yes, montage, edit,
Editing.
yes.
Okay, so well, maybe maybe I might need it in a few months. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, if I do need it, I
Big
will
pocket.
contact you.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Definitely.
Money.
Right.
I mean, it's still a minor project,
Okay.
but
No, he's really good. He's really
okay.
strong. Ponytail at
Mm.
editing. No lies. No lies.
Hidden gem.
Hidden gem. Hidden pearl. Hidden gem. Yeah, this exactly.
I will think about it and
Okay.
contact you guys if I
Contact you
if I
never.
need.
No,
No,
joke.
no. I will contact you
Yeah,
guys
do
if I
it
need
like others say. No bad feelings.
Wow. So it was a pleasure to chat with you
Yeah,
guys, and I wish you a very
same.
pleasant evening.
Pleasant.
And,
Yeah, evening. Yeah, good night for you
night.
bros as well. Feel free to send me money. I mean, yes, boards. Anyways.
Yes, and send money.
Please just send money to these guys. They're really cool,
Okay.
and they
The-
make a
No,
lot of
that's
great
you,
work.
cool.
The
They make
guys
a
in chat are poor.
that's why.
They're all Russians.
Yeah.
That's why I get it.
Okay, cool.
Well, have a great evening, guys, and hope
Mhm.
to talk to you soon.
Thanks for coming.
Bye, Enzo.
See
Thank you.
you. Bye.
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 Cheers.
Farewell.
Hugs.
Можно было еще сказать Godspeed.
Guts.
Да.
Неплохо. Неплохо.
Ну нифига себе, 2 часа 40 минут разговоров.
Его разговоров.
Его
нормально.
разговор, то есть гость
Он
говорил,
прям-
понимаете?
Монструозно говорил там. Дикий зверь, как Маугли, вырвался из джунглей, начал разговаривать. Ну, вроде бы поддерживали, потом Лопина, наверное, просто не дали слова вставить. Лопин тоже
Да,
хотел,
у Лопина
наверное,
были, наверное, проблемы с коннекшеном, он писал там
А,
что-то
да?
5000 МСов, типа он не мог говорить как будто бы. Тут другая проблема во всем этом подкасте, что меня 40 минут вообще не было слышно. Не сказать,
А,
чтобы я
серьезно?
много говорил 40 минут первых,
Ну, это единственное 40
но
минут, да,
говорил.
Да.
Поэтому
Пиздец.
это
Почему тебя не было
проблема.
слышно?
Потому что
А
в
меня было?
OBS слетела настройка моего микрофона. Вас всех было слышно все время. И опять никто
может-
адекватно не написал, что меня не слышно. Поэтому мне писал в чате этот Вадик с шизами, что типа скажи хоть что-то, поговори с ними, Димончик, скажи им. Я такой, ну он, наверное, газлайтит меня просто, он, наверное, так прикалывается, типа, да,
Ага.
я скажу, братиха. А мне реально не было слышно. Этот кретин
Бля.
не мог в нормальной интонации написать, что меня не было слышно, понимаешь? Его
Да.
слова в чате, они звучали насмешливо, они не звучали серьезно.
Ну,
Поэтому
вот я
он
согласен.
гондон. И вы еще, блин, не могли зайти, включить
Да.
стрим, чтобы я и слышно. Что ж такое, ребят, как же так?
Я 2 или 3 раза включал стрим. Честно. Ну, у нас в будущем будем знать, иметь в виду.
Да, что я
Да.
могу слететь, оказывается.
Прям слететь.
Не, ну это отстоен, да, я открыл OBS, у меня реально слетел микрофон в разделе микрофонов, у меня там стояли наушники. Лол.
Не, ну бывает. Пиздец.
Не, ну в целом, если у Лапина все норм, я не понимаю, зачем он именно захотел с нами посидеть, он так ничего, типа, конкретного не спросил.
Да. Ну, писал Шизуми много, но как бы то, что он писал, обычно это то, что он пишет, как бы.
Не, ну я говорил, типа, я ж...
Я вообще не хотел задавать вопросов никаких от Шизуми Энзо, потому что, типа, он, ну, во-первых, вообще не выкупит. Не, он как-то ответит, конечно,
Не-не,
но
ну я изначально
мы
вот
про совершенно
пришел,
другие вещи говорили.
с хорошим настроением, пришел, говорю, ну, пацаны, ну, в чатике, пацаны, говорите любую
Да-да.
херню, пишите любую херню, я это скажу. В
Вообще нужно
итоге
как-то забить.
писали, но меня не было слышно, я в такой тильт впал просто. Я такой по итогу говорю то, что они мне пишут, они пишут цикло, что не сказал, я думаю, ну, угорают ребята, понятно, на приколе сидят все. Да.
Ну,
М.
вначале, наверное, нужно будет в следующий раз сразу же voice писать чат.
Да
Чат
сразу же
вообще
просто
как
включать
слышно.
стрим и слушать, типа,
Либо
что
включать
происходит.
стрим, да. Включать стримы. Там это уже порежем, какая разница, без разницы. Пока подойдет. То есть до того, как подошел бы, уже можно было врубать, там с Лалапино мы говорили. В принципе, да.
Например, да. Не, ну в
Смотреть,
целом для меня это
ну,
впервые
бывает.
с кем-то прям подкаст на английском. Но мне, честно, прям было неуютно. Я понимаю английский, я понимаю все, на чем вы говорили, так как я, ну, прожил жизнь в силу этого, ты без английского никуда, я его понимаю, я понимаю, о чем вы все говорили, но иногда мне было некомфортно, например, вот просто какой-то вопрос созрел в голове, но думаю, ладно, похер. Типа, ладно, насрать,
Бывает.
типа.
Да,
Хотя
слушай,
вопросы хорошие, типа в ретроспективе вопросы неплохие были бы.
Да.
Поэтому я и пишу, говорите херню, я скажу, типа. Ну, херни было мало, даже как-то шизами был уставший, что ли, он типа под грибами был, он
Ну
ничего
ладно,
нормального
Шизами
не
вообще
писал.
какую-то бы пурку бы нес бы, если бы он был бы на твоем месте. Так что расслабься.
Ну, писал
Он бы
бы, я
вообще...
с ним бы.
Не, он бы что-то говорил бы, но как бы, да. Он бы вообще дичь какую-то говорил бы, так что...
Поэтому неплохо. Я
но
же
он
говорю,
тоже
мой
кринжует,
уровень
он тоже
английского говорить, это только сраться со своими тиммейтами в онлайн-играх. Вот этом я хорош, типа.
Не, ну интересно на самом деле было. Ну, как бы еще плюс Энзо. То есть у Энзо есть акцент, но Энзо нормально говорит.
Да, ну не
Прям
то, что...
не великолепно он говорит, он просто нормально говорит. Он плюс видно, что опыт имеет переводов. То есть у него язык не
Не, он хорошо
подвешен, опять
говорил,
же.
он
Он такой,
прям я конкретилирую его в терпении, он прям реально вытерпел нас 2 часа. Не, ну тебя он, наверное, знает, ты что, друг, типа. Так что поэтому для него, видимо, без Б было посидеть 2 часа.
да, ну мы обычно с ним так просто сидим, а на самом деле мы можем долго общаться, потому что он вообще у него это... Я вообще мог бы по-разному его заинтродюсить, но я его заинтродюсил как-то через жопу. Я думал по-другому его интродюсить. Что-то получилось лучше, например, что-то на импровизации уже что-то говорил, что-то у меня было подготовлено. Я хотел там максимально шутливо начать, все такое, но было много галдежа. Ну, был ты и был Лалопин. Ну, Лалопина вообще не рассчитывал просто ожидать, поэтому я не знал вообще,
Да,
как
он
вообще
ничего не говорил.
управляться. Да, но поначалу было там
Нет,
немножко
со мной
галдежа,
другая
пока
проблема. Я
взял уже.
мутился у вас и говорил с чатом. Типа, я мутился в Дискорде, чтобы говорить с чатом. Ну, он меня не слышал, этот чат. В итоге все в насморку просто. Ой, какой кошмар. Это супер тильт, честно. Честно, в тильте. Ой.
В КС-ку, может, пойдем, бро.
Я в тильте, бро, я в жестком тильте. Хотя можно, наверное, сыграть, кстати. Сейчас поменяю.
Не знаю, куда ты идешь, когда ты в чите?
Да нахер я
Когда
иду
я в
обычно,
чите,
когда
я просто плачу.
Где Russian? У нас
Я
уже...
просто плачу, когда я в чите. Не, ну когда я в чите, я либо кричу, либо плачу. Я не знаю, что такое тильт. Тильт — это когда ты, ну, просто злишься, там, расстроен, огорчен,
Ну просто
или
все,
дисбарать
капец.
все вместе. Просто все.
Просто сидишь час на одном уровне с Супер Мидбой, вот это тильт.
Да.
Это, кстати, не редкость.
Ну да.
Поэтому
Я
прикольно,
так,
прикольно. Не, в этом был фан, в этом был
играл.
фан.
Это прикольно, на самом деле, да. Просто, с другой стороны, наш собеседник сегодняшний очень сильно был, ну, заточен под меня именно.
Да не,
что,
нормально
как
он
бы,
пацан,
мой
типа,
знакомый.
нормально. Я говорил херню,
Да.
он нормально на нее отвечал, типа, не было такого. Единственный вопрос, он про нигерсов.
Да,
но
мастурбация там.
я его,
было.
типа, либо очень плохо задал про нигерсов, то есть он вообще не понял, что я сказал, либо он, ну, реально отказался отвечать на этот вопрос.
Я не знаю, не знаю. Может быть, он иногда просто... Ну да.
Хотя потом он сидел, угорал, типа, там, типа, говоришь
Ну,
что-то,
да,
а
он,
сидит,
типа, он
угорает.
часто
Ну,
угорает.
нормально, нормально.
Да-да-да. Он никогда не там, воспринимает... Он бы, возможно, такое не сказал бы, но он никогда не будет осуждать чуваков, которые это говорят. То есть он не... Это из таких... Короче, с ним в этом
Грамотная
плане очень
позиция,
спокойно.
грамотная.
Вообще очень он такой ровный пацик, потому что с ним я ни разу не спорил. Ни о чем. Ни о чем. Хотя он не самый близкий мой друг, но достаточно близкий, чтобы мы с ним
Да
миллион
это
раз посраться.
понятно, еще было на
Я
вопросе.
очень редко, типа, не срусь с людьми, какими-либо. И вот я с ним никогда в жизни не срался. То есть это одно из достижений, которое я считаю вот в отношениях с ним.
Ну, это
Не лично мое, а
понятно,
именно
да.
в наших, на динамике наших отношений. То есть он такой человек, что я так, ну, то есть с ним вообще не срусь.
Когда он еще как бы ты его спросил про то, какой тип людей ты ненавидишь или что-то такое, он говорит, да,
Ну да, там
я
можно
всех
было...
люблю людей, типа. Да тогда еще было понятно.
Да не, он, кстати, я потом, интересный, там, я прямо в прошлое его тоже зашел, там это уже немножко, несколько раз было, можно
Да, ты
сказать, под
какого-то
ребра,
человека
но...
назвал, которого не знаю, он сказал, о,
Да,
да,
я
его
сказал
я
человек,
реально
который
ненавижу.
я знаю тоже, это наш учитель по английскому, и он на него закричал, этот чувак, и как бы он, ну, на многих кричал, но просто Энзо, этот, у которых у нас был, он типа, ну, заплакал даже в классе, когда он на него заорал. И он просто вышел, да, из класса. То есть это довольно, ну, жестко, ну, как минимум потому, что это реально человек, который бы ему, наверное, не понравился. Я думал, что, возможно, он там, типа, его будет пытаться это просто сказать, ну да, такой эпизод было, не
Ну,
понравилось. Но
было,
он
да,
прям реально
еще.
так и сказал, что ему не нравится этот чувак. Я такой, да, интересно. Я бы хотел, можно было бы там, типа, спросить еще почему, то есть как-то, ну, я думаю, в принципе, ну, мне все равно, потому что я знаю его, просто чтобы раскрыть гостя ради того, чтобы ему, ну, то есть и так нормально долго сидим, я не увидел просто смысла, подумал, бессмысленно дальше, ну, типа,
Не,
допрашивать.
ну я сказал бы, if you good person, it's awesome, if you bad, pretend to be someone else, типа что-то в таком духе. Ой,
Pretend to be?
забить. Pretend to be, да.
Не, ну, с лицемерием, ну, короче, довольно,
Не, пытайся быть кем-то другим. Претендер — это лицемер.
ну,
Претенд — это
ну,
пытаться,
претенд
типа.
это, типа, пытаться, да-да-да,
Притворяться. Вот.
притворяться, претендер, great pretender.
Так что, видите, не
Ну,
ругайте меня, я знаю немного английский. Чуть-чуть знаю, что.
там нормально, знаешь, я думал, что как бы вообще ноль проблем испытываешь. У тебя просто акцент есть, а так ты, в
Очень
принципе, все
дерьмовый.
понимаешь.
Насколько дерьмовый вообще акцент, насколько он
А ты
сильный.
просто, такое ощущение, как будто ты просто не пытаешься, на самом деле. И это довольно забавно, потому что я уверен, что ты
А
можешь
я,
лучше
я,
говорить.
щи- я реально считаю, что не стоит прятать акцент. От кого? Типа, наоборот, мой
Ну не то
акцент —
чтобы
моя
прятать. Я бы
фишка.
тоже мог бы говорить так, hello, pretender, ну, типа, но это, типа, просто тоже нарабатывается, этот момент. И кто-то просто кривлялся там гомосексуально, там, латентно ощущал себя гомосексуальным в какой-то момент, возможно, и получилось акцент сделать. У него, например, нет акцента английского, хотя у него есть. Вроде он неплохо пытается все же произносить, но по сравнению с другими чуваками, французами, да, у него не такой плохой акцент так-то. У меня вообще, на самом деле, хуже акцент. Я думал, что у меня неплохой акцент. На самом деле, когда валидол разговаривает, вот тогда уже чисто английский язык. Американ. Потому что он любит гомосексуалиста себя строить, потому что он есть
Мгм.
гомосексуалист. Ну вот.
Не-не, ну это не
Но, то есть,
звучало хотя бы как Hello, guys, my name is Dmitry, and I'm from Russia. Там так это как-то.
водка. Ну, плюс-минус.
Водка. Не-не, можно говорить и так, типа Nice to meet you guys. What do you think about that topic? Там что-то такое.
Ну, это да, необычно.
Gays in Donbass. It's myth or real?
Is it me or real? Не, ну, не знаю. Да нормально вроде.
Да пофиг. Я считаю, не стоит, наоборот, это прятать. Если это есть, как бы, то это
Да.
твоя идентичность, понимаешь? Что тебя сразу же увидят.
Да? Ну, ладно.
Правда, он не всегда
Ну,
понимает, типа, что ты говоришь.
ну,
Хотя вот
sim.
русский акцент самый лучший. Русский акцент, он самый понятный, потому что ты слова четко произносишь, просто разделяя их.
Girl, you have the choice. Suck my dick or drink
Lick my
vodka and
balls.
suck my dick. Lick my balls.
Ну
balls.
да, видишь?
Не, ну ты-то еще, ну типа, ты фонетически правильно все произносишь, а есть типа чуваки, ну там Шиз, например, да? Он-то был бы говорил бы что-то вроде такого. It doesn't matter that you... It
Да, но
doesn't
у него не
matter
такой акцент.
my name. It doesn't matter what is my
Хотя я ни разу не
name.
слышал, как он
What
разговаривает, но он
matters is
больше
what
всего
I am going
выпендривался.
to do. Ну да.
Блин,
Ну,
нифига ты
типа,
спародировал русский акцент, как будто бы лучше, чем я. Хотя я реально старался.
ну,
Я реально старался.
я. Не, вопрос, наверное, в том, сколько вообще времени проводишь там за аудированием, да, потом слушаешь язык и говоришь что-то вообще реально. То есть
Да, но
говоришь,
я
сколько
чаще
где находился.
слушаю, чем
Я не так
говорю.
много. Я думаю, что вот если в любом случае любой человек, если поедет в Америку, то он все равно будет как колхозник говорить, и его никто не будет
Но
понимать.
зато он
потому что-
выучит. Он
Ну, он выучит.
язык-то быстро.
Потом, да. Но поначалу вообще ни хрена не будет выкупать.
Да, ну поначалу тебе
Потому
многое не
что,
надо, как
да.
будто бы, знаешь ли.
Ну да. Ну, в принципе, с той базой, которая у нас есть, мы там точно выживем.
Да, еще пару
Но
таких
да,
подкастов с такими гостями можно будет говорить.
уже, да, говорить.
Да.
Уже ехать в
Жестко
Америку
говорить, да.
и воутить за Трампа Дональда.
Да уже поздно, мне кажется, будет. Уже Дональд Трамп победит и закроет нам границы. Мы никогда
Если
нахрен
он
туда не
победит,
едем.
то он, интересно, что будет потом, как он с Путиным будет. Он вроде саппортит Путина.
Никогда не слушай, что они говорят. Это те еще лжецы. Говорят, что это
Джо
будет большая проблема для второй персоны, которую ты назвал. Если он победит.
Сейчас я возьму конфукции.
Так говорят в USA, если ты почитаешь их новости.
Опачки. Не, это даже можно переслушать подкаст.
Да, там жестко. Целых 40 минут вы делаете вид, что кому-то отвечаете. Там первые 40 минут. Ну, иногда в какой-то промежуток времени. Блин, ну плохо, что никто другой еще не записывал. Можно было бы просто примонтировать другую звуковую дорожку и типа и залить на YouTube. Ну ладно. У нас всегда все через жопу.
То, что нас не убивает, делает нас страннее.
Ай.
Делает нас... Дональд Трамп, саппортер.
Да, ты нафиг тебе вообще что-то знать. Вот нужно тебе в магазин прийти, блин. I wanna
Ну.
buy this, типа, и взял,
Вот.
кинул продавщице на кассу
This
там.
vodka is huge.
М,
It's amazing.
Gimme водка, please. Она тебе, what? Gimme водка, bitch. Она такая, окей. Типа, и что, для этого нужно знать язык, что ли, чтобы пойти купить водку?
Абсолютно no.
Абсолютно no. Или там приходишь грузчиком работать, I wanna work. What? Gimme work. Окей. И все, работаешь, типа.
Все. Ну, вообще потрясающе ты над дизайном поработал тут. И
Да, спасибо.
Пялил ему в лицо.
Было очень трудно.
Блин,
Но с этим мы справились.
Номер 3, голубой тоже, блин, это у него аватарка голубоватая тоже. Это вообще потрясающе.
Но он не зашел на стрим, он не видел, как
Прям
вы
батя.
выглядите. Ну, по-моему, он не
Кто
был
не
на
видел?
стриме. Сам Энzo.
М?
Иначе, как писал Лапин в чате, его бы смутила бы явно моя, типа,
Позиция.
пони слева.
Да.
Особенно,
Да
когда
кто
про
не-
евреев говорили, типа.
Не хочешь зайти к Лалопину сейчас?
Там А
посидеть.
где он?
А он на канале одну. Сейчас я с другого аккаунта. Ты у меня есть на моем твинке?
Наверное, нет.
Нет? Окей.
Как зовут
Чё?
твой твинк?
Твинка зовут Дурья. Дурья.
Негатив.
Негатив.
Так, наверное, стрим закончить или нет? Или не заканчиваем? Или сидим так?
Давай заканчивай тогда. Все, вроде
Давайте
полчаса.
заканчиваем.
Полчаса ровно.
Ребята, донатьте, и если собираем 1000 рублей, к
а вот-
следующему стриму зовем Дональда Трампа.
Лапинчик.
Да, особенно Лапина больше не пускаем к нам, пусть сидит, бабки кидается.
Да.
Закончил, говорит. Хе-хе.
Так,
Ой,
30
блин.
секунд. До 3 часов.
Он услышал наш план, мне кажется.
ББ оф 6.
Он услышал
Да,
наш... Если теперь мы его не зовем, то теперь только за бабки пускаем. Ты думаешь, это норма?
Это норма абсолютно.
Абсолютно норма. 1000 рублей до следующего стрима, ребята. До следующего блокаста зовем Дональда Трампа. Все, всем ББ. Бай-бай.